Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? And welcome to the Barely There Game Companion. Honestly, there's a lot of different things I could have done for a primetime game. I got a lot of buddies who went to the game. Uh, could have went to the bar to go watch it. You know, eh. Could have went and watched this game with my dad or something like that. After like a 45 minute drive. He's not really too into it either because the Bears are just absolutely awful. And this is a tank bowl in about like every stretch of the imagination. So I figured, fuck it. I'm not really doing much. I'm going to have to watch this terrible game because somehow the Bears suck me in every single week. Realized I'd never done a game companion before. So here we are. I mean, shit. Even if nobody watches this or nobody hops in, I mean, this is how I usually act while I watch a game anyway. So, obviously the tank bowl. So let's get fired up for that, I guess. Obviously they're going through the whole pregame routine and all that shit. They're making some cool looking graphics, I guess, for a team that doesn't deserve it. But here we are. I don't know. I mean, I swear, like Thursday Night Football is just giving us like the worst possible matchups all year. You know, everybody wants like the fucking Chargers and the Chiefs or the Bills playing anybody. I mean, the Bills are in prime time every fucking week anyway. Man, this is a tough one. Like Al Michaels just like ate the biggest steak of his life. He's ready for a nap. And I mean, honestly, you could probably take a nap during this game. The fucking Bears need to win this for draft positioning, obviously, because they only screw themselves if they don't win this game. But Tyson Bagent looks good sometimes, and other times he looks like an undrafted free agent. So I guess we'll see what we're gonna get tonight. So looks like we got the game kind of rolling here now. I mean, they always say this game's gonna start at 7:15 or 7:20, and then it's 7:30, and they're still doing presentations on the field and shit. So we'll see how it goes. Velus Jones isn't playing tonight, so kind of interested to see who takes the opening kick. Frank Reich and Matt Eberflus, just a terrible coaching matchup on like every single front. You got Frank Reich already given up on Bryce Young, and you have Matt Eberflus doing whatever Matt Eberflus does. Honestly, sometimes I'm kind of worried about what he does on a daily basis. But all right, now we got the opening kick. Tyler Scott taking the opening kick. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I got like PTSD with the orange uniforms after going to that Washington game last year. It's an absolute fucking brutal one, but hey, let's see what Beijing can do. I gotta say that Buckus patch on that orange jersey is sharp. Like I definitely roll with that. All right, let's see what we can do, Bajent. We're starting in shotgun because Luke Getzey absolutely hates running single back or anything with a fullback. Going to DJ Moore right off the bat, playing against his former team. That's a good start. Let's go, DJ. He's going to be juiced up for this one. So, like, any DJ Moore fantasy owners, like, it doesn't matter if the Bears lose by 30. He's going to get his tonight. Like, there's no way he's just going to sit around and play like shit against the team that drafted him and traded him away. So, got Roshan going wide. Or going in the slot, I should say. That's incorrect term. All right. Tyson Bagent and pistol, just like we all expected. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, Evans has to catch that, man. Like, he shows flashes, but overall, just stream the Bears defense this week. I mean, this is the week to do it. I mean, Carolina hasn't been able to do anything. I mean, even in the one game they won, it was a terrible game to try to watch. Fields looks so annoyed on the sidelines. You can tell he wants to play. It's just a shame. So we do that play and pistol on first down, and then 2nd and 10, we run it directly up the gut with Foreman. Now we're 3rd and long. All right, this is about how I expected Luke Getsy offense to go. All right, great start. We have Tanyan going wide. Tanyan out wide on the top. You almost think this is going to be a screen to DJ Moore. Well, not with him motioning now. Oof. That really wasn't a bad read by Bagent. 26 just ended up making a great play on that ball. Wonderful. All right, well, that's a great start. Okay, yeah, maybe that wasn't a great read. That was a duck of a ball, too. Yeah, it's so frustrating with Bagent because, like, he looks like that guy. He looks like that guy at times, and then he completely falls apart. It just doesn't make any freaking sense. All right, well, that's Josh McCown. All right. I forgot he was coaching over there. That's kind of cool. Now let's see what we can do against Bryce Young. Oh, Carolina, besides Thielen, they really just have not done a ton on offense, even outside of Bryce Young. I don't think their offensive line is really all that great. Hayden Hurst, I guess I completely forgot he was there. And the fact that they're playing Chuba Hubbard like over Miles Sanders, who they just paid a ton of money, is probably not a great sign. My boy Jack Sanborn there on the first play. Love seeing Wisconsin represent. That's what we love to see. I mean, honestly, the Bears' run defense hasn't been a problem at all so far this year. For the most part, we haven't gotten gashed. People are making their tackles. Well, at least they're making their tackles now. It was a little rough early on in the year. But, I'm really interested to see more of Jack Sanborn and TJ Edwards on the field at the same time, especially with Edmonds dealing with injury issues. Because, like, the way Jack's played, like, it's so hard to keep him off the field. Oh, he gets there. Oh! That was a great pressure, though. That was a great pressure from Montez Sweat right there. And that's what he's going to do. People really like to look at sacks, and he is on pace to go double digit this year. But, like, pressures are so fucking important, too. And Montez, like, even if he's not getting there, he's making that quarterback make a quick decision, and that's huge. That's something the Bears haven't had all year. Something the Bears haven't had since they traded Khalil Mack away. But, I don't want to open up old wounds. Jalen rocking the all orange. Love it. Get there. Can't allow that. Bryce can definitely move, but we have a flag. Hopefully it's a holding. Come on. Please be a holding. Oh, go fucking figure. I swear, ever since Jalen had that big game with the interception, like, he has been a target of referees. And of course, like, all right, let's see what the replay shows. That's illegal contact? Where? Are you kidding? Wow. All right. Like, if you're going to call something, at least, like, have it be believable. Like, A, that wasn't even anywhere near the play. B, that didn't inhibit fucking the receiver whatsoever to get to the outside. Like, that's such a bad call. Like, the Bears are 2-7. Like, as a referee, are you really going to try to pick on the corners the entire game? Like, I mean, Tyreek gets it because he's a rookie. I'll allow it because, you know, the rookie's got to get his lumps. But, like, they keep getting Jalen for these just ridiculous fucking things. Down. Yeah, I mean, Thielen's like the real only legitimate, like, offensive threat. For the record, Lucas might be on at some point. I know he's dealing with Chicago traffic right now, which is brutal. And obviously the elephant in the room, we haven't recorded and gone live in a while. There's a lot of reasons for that, but we're gonna try to get some a little bit more consistent content out there. It's just me and my boy Lukey, we live some pretty busy lives, especially these days, especially with our work outside of this, you know. Get there. That's two times in a row on third down. You don't have somebody that's accounting for the quarterback out of the backfield. Like, I just don't understand that. You know, I understand wanting to get a pass rush, but it's very obvious 2 third downs in a row that the pass rush just flat out wasn't getting there. I don't know why you want to do an inside move on Montez Sweat. That doesn't make sense either. Like, dude, let Montez go one-on-one on the outside with Morton all fucking night. Like, I'm going to take my chances with that. At the very least, he'll be able to streamline Bryce from going outside. Coaching on this team is just absolutely brutal at times. It's a brutal lot of the time. If we're being fucking real here. So 2nd and 7. We'll probably set up a third and 5, and hopefully we don't allow Bryce Young to kill us with his legs once again. All right, he's rolling. Wow, that was a terrible throw. I mean, the pass rush is making him a little froggy in the pocket. I mean, Tyreek definitely got beat on that route, but oh my gosh, he couldn't have been any more open. I don't know if Kyler went too far in the zone or went too far in the flat, but there's no reason why he should be that fucking open. And honestly, once the back's not coming out of the backfield like Kyler, you got to get back. You got to get vertical with the flat. Like, playing it hard like that when there's nobody coming out of the backfield and you have all your receivers coming from the other side of the formation. It's a big play. I mean, good stop. I'll take that. Montez Sweat again, getting pressure to the quarterback. Yeah, overall, it's been a team between a 1-7 team and a 2-7 team for sure. Two fairly unimpressive offensive drives. I mean, Bryce was starting to get something going with his feet, but really just didn't capitalize on anything downfield. Can't miss open receivers like that, especially on crossers. And we have the ball to 1 yard line. Great. All right. And we are to a commercial break. That's wonderful. You know, and that's going to make me sound like the old school guy, but like, the Bears just have to start establishing the run. You know, we can't try to constantly milk the magic of fucking Tyson Bagent here and think that he's just going to make these incredible throws, you know, 5 to 10 yards down the field the entire game. That's a lot of pressure to put on a quarterback, and that's why we continue to be at this point. Like, establish the run, move the ball down the field, win the line of scrimmage. Like, your offensive line with the way it's currently constructed is probably the best in run blocking that you're going to get. I don't know. I mean, I know it's asking a lot of Luke Getzey, but I don't know. I swear, like, is John Cena just going to become like the guy that commentates every freaking commercial now? Like, is that his career arc now? Like, you have Dwayne the Rock Johnson acting in these huge movies, and you have John Cena commentating Honda commercials. I, I don't know, man. All right, we're gonna have Lukey on the live stream here in a minute. Oh, boy's got to eat. He did bring up the elephant in the room though, and he asked if this was a casting couch. Listen, it's just a very, very fine black leather couch. It is nothing more. I promise no hopes and dreams have been ruined on this couch except for this, guys, because I'm a Bears fan. So just to clear the air for the whopping -3 that people were probably watching. All right. So we're second down. We got a couple yards on first. My big key is like, what are the formations we're going to go to when we're down here? Because we're in shotgun here. That spreads it out, sure. But they still have realistically like nine of their 11 players are just sitting in the box. I mean, it worked. Holy shit. All right. I mean, Devonta Foreman's a force, so. Oh, speaking of revenge games, too, Devonta Foreman played for Carolina last year. So not only the DJ Moore game, but the Devonta Foreman game. All right. 3rd and 2. Come on, what do we bring up here? I would almost run it with Foreman again. And we go to the screen to Mooney. I don't mind that. I don't mind that in a situation like that, getting a playmaker in space. It's great when it works. We all groan when it doesn't, but I'm fine with that. Keep moving the chains. I mean, this is the Tyson Bagent legacy drive right here anyway, so. So, dude, establish that run. Just keep churning away with Foreman. Like, feed your bell cow back. He is an absolute freaking load to try to tackle. Like, you just got to keep feeding that guy. All right, too low, one at the top. Is that ESB up top? Namari St. Brown? It was. Okay. Get McNamara's going. He's just activated off the IR today. See, I like that though. I like running twice. 3rd and 3, that's super manageable. You don't have to attack downfield here. You set up to a new set of downs. Just take the best matchup. Hopefully we're hitting crossers or something like that. Wouldn't mind a route to the boundary either. That's what we ended up going with. That was a Terrible throw. That play wasn't there anyway, but good Lord. Come on, Tyson. Like, we can't have this. Like, I don't know if this guy's been given much more of an opportunity to take a starting job than he has. And we can't be missing layups like that. Well, I don't. That's brutal. I don't know. There's just no other way to put it. That's fucking brutal. Everyone on the sideline looks confused. Eberflus looks like he's about to eat a fucking piece of cheese. Like, everything's just going terrible right now. And we are allowing a fucking punt return. Trenton Gill, you've got to be fucking kidding me. All right, we have a flag on the field. Are you fucking serious? Just waiting for the call. Just waiting for the call here. All right, yeah, dude, take 10 fucking years to announce the penalty here. Yeah, dude, great blocks. There's a flag on the field. God, that's fucking brutal. Roshan got killed inside. Okay, so it is a touchdown. There's no flag. I don't know why the fuck there was a flag on the graphic there. That's wonderful. Roshan got killed inside. Trenton Gill, bless your heart, but Jesus, it should have never got to that point. That's brutal. There's nothing more brutal than getting a special returns like touchdown against you. Especially with what Carolina did on the first drive, like allowing that on special teams, like, gosh, and we had fucking TJ Edwards in the middle of that play too. Like, Roshan, I get it, you're a running back, but you're playing special teams, like, you got to get in front of the player. He tried to this terrible fucking angles. It was a well set up play, but you can't allow that. You can't allow that. Especially with the way Bajan's been throwing early on. It's absolutely fucking brutal. Well, I mean, my game plan of wanting to fucking run the ball and, win line of scrimmage isn't completely thrown out the window, but I guarantee, knowing Luke Getsy, this is immediately going to turn into fucking, we're going to have to try to attack 5 to 7 yards at a time with Tyson Bagent, which has shown a ton of success already. So, all right. All right. It's fucking brutal. Brutal. Bears give up kick return or punt return touchdowns. It means Duke is putting another Zen in because it's going to be one of these fucking nights, ain't it? Kills me. You have one of your starting linebackers on special teams on that play, and he can't even make the fucking tackle. And I love TJ Edwards for obvious reasons, but still. And it was Smith Marset. Oh my gosh, that makes it 100 times fucking better. The guy who cost us the Vikings game returned it for a touchdown. I'm sorry. I guess it took a second for that dot to connect, but of all fucking people, that might as well have been fucking Roquan Smith returning that for a touchdown because that's just wonderful. Oh, please don't be a long night. Don't ruin your fucking draft position by losing to the Carolina Panthers, please. Yeah, Bryce Young, you didn't even have to put your fucking helmet on, dude. Now you know how Rex Grossman felt in 06. And more screenplays. I mean, luckily, we're getting the ball in DJ Moore's hands, which is obviously important. I mean, at this point, just fucking feed this guy. Like, force feed him the ball. Terrible angle by 22 at Carolina. He's going to get ripped apart on film for that. All right, solid run, solid run. I mean, we're almost at the 50-yard line already. Let's just keep her fucking rolling. I mean, honestly, it's not even a hard offensive strategy. Just find creative ways to get the ball into DJ Moore's hands. Obviously not downfield because Bajan doesn't have the arm for that. And feed the ball to Donta Foreman. I mean, I'm still not convinced Carolina's offense is going to put up like a ton of points against us. So, like, we have to get something out of every drive or out of these drives. Oh, there we go. There we go. I like using Foreman out of the backfield as a receiver too. That works. All right. Apparently, he took a punch in the mouth to get the offense going a little bit. All right. I like the play action on that too to keep him guessing, especially with how well Foreman's been running on first down. Not necessarily the receiver you want to use out of the backfield, but you got to take what you can get. All right. All right. Donta Foreman's getting fucking warmed up. Let's go. Showing some of that Texas fucking power. He's wearing the orange even. It's a lot of usage for Big Boy, though, on 2 plays. Oh, Tevin. I know it's tough for an offensive lineman on that because, like, it's easy to sit here and say, like, he should have boxed him out of where his running back was going. But damn, if Tevin would have put that guy if Tevin would have put that guy on the ground, that would have been a beautiful run. I got to say, though, it's not super promising that Roshan hasn't found a way to get more carries with the Khalil Herbert injury. I understand the concussion. Obviously, there's nothing he can do about that. But, like, even since he's been back, he's just really hasn't gotten a big share, and he just really hasn't made the most of his carries. Hopefully, he gets carry here. Play action. Komet fell down. Oh, I like attacking downfield. I mean, yeah, it sets up a 3rd and 7, but like, I'll take that one. Oh, if that throw would have been a little bit more in the bucket, though. DJ did have a path to that ball. Oh, that was good on the hands by 32 to be able to fucking break that route off as DJ was getting the last part of it. Because otherwise, dude, if you go one arm with DJ on that, DJ's easily catching that in the touchdown. That was a great break. It was just a really good defended route. Tyson. All right, get Cairo out there. Let's get 3 fucking points, and let's not give up any more special teams touchdowns, eh? God, I can't get over how sharp that 51 patch is on the orange jersey. Just fucking beautiful. 49-yarder. Beautiful. I know Cairo missed last week, but like if anyone's earned a mulligan, it's definitely that guy. And there's a flag. Lord have mercy. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Cody! Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a fucking it's a brutal false start. Like, what the fuck, Cody? But man, they were really looking for one there. Oh, this makes it a 54-yard kick. Man. Feels like a mile in Soldier Field. And he fucking nails it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Cairo. Cairo is a fucking man. Or Cario Santos, depending on what circles you're asking. Beautiful kick. Cody, don't you ever fucking do that shit again. Then again, like the ref was just looking for one there. That was such a subtle flinch. And it didn't even offset anybody. All right. Well, if the Bears don't give up any more special team points, they might have something. Oh, I love commercials so much. Definitely makes for some good fucking dead air, huh? No more special team tutties, and we might have something going. Hey, did you guys know that Tyson Bagent played D3 and he's an undrafted free agent? I mean, it's only been beaten in our fucking heads at this point. Like, I love the story as much as the next guy, but like every broadcast is this a flashback to him? No, what the fuck is this? Bears versus Rams 1950. Dude, where does NBC even get this? Like, who in the world is just sitting on 1958 Bears versus Rams film? Like, do you know what else has to be in that person's basement to be holding on to that shit? I don't know, man. That's some wild film to be playing. I don't even understand the relevance of that right there. Besides just, I don't know. All right, defense has to step it up here. Well, really, I mean, this is their second drive against them, but like, you cannot allow Bryce to get outside the pocket. Like, you have to keep him in. I would don't like, especially with Ngakoue really not getting any freaking pressure whatsoever. Might as well play him as a freaking spy on like really anything on third down. Even if you get creative and like stunt defensive tackle outside, even send an extra your slot corner or an extra linebacker, like you need to make sure Bryce stays in the pocket. Oh my goodness, how does he get over the top of Brisker there? Like that was an absolute fucking dime ball, but how does that get there? You can't let that get behind you. Yeah, Brisker just got flat out beat to the outside there. Fuck. Come on. We cannot do this right now. Already in field goal range. Completely fucking wipes out what we just did. Come on, Montez. Come on, Montez. Ooh, got a nice pressure on the interior there. See, this defense fires a lot better when you get a actual pressure from your front four. I mean, that's the Tampa 2 at its very base. Getting four attacking, good pass rushing defensive linemen on the field and allowing your defense to play allowing your secondary to play aggressive. Like Montez Sweat definitely changes that equation, but we need other guys to get home too. I don't know if that was Billings or if it was Dexter that got there on Bryce on the inside, but like we need more of that. Oh, and Justin Jones gets to Hubbard in the backfield and fucking completely whiffs. He got his arms around him. Like that's not completely on Justin. Like there needs to be more people to the ball there, but come on. Like legitimately had his arms around him. What the fuck is this team, man? That's a great question. I don't know. It's fucking brutal. You know, on the first drive, Carolina didn't score points, but they moved the ball, and now they're moving it right down our throats. Matt Eberflus is being outcoached by Frank Reich, and that's a very scary fucking thought. Because how Frank Reich has another head coaching job in the NFL is completely beyond me. It's not Josh McDaniels bad, but it's fucking bad. Jesus, Lukey, did you fucking die in the bowl? What's going on, buddy? There he is. Like they're already in very safe field goal range here, and they're moving the ball on us at will. Like we got to dial up pressure somehow. Well, we got to make our fucking tackles. You know, the dial up pressure. Honestly, like we're getting good pressure from Montez's side, and obviously they're shifting out to kind of like fucking barrel the pocket, but we need to continue to get pressure from our interior. I don't know if that was Billings or if that was Dexter that got that pressure on Young the first time, but like he got absolutely fucking mollywopped on that. It's a tough fucking first quarter. Oh, and we see Lukey in the lobby. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, you got to let me in. I tried to tell you to send me the code. I've been waiting for like a little bit. It's okay though.
Yeah, it's not like you're fucking missing much at this point.
Oh, dude, the Bears are the biggest joke of a franchise on the planet. It was a nice play by Brisker though.
He got completely beat to the fucking sideline.
He did, yes, but I'm talking about. I don't know if you're on the same time as me, but his run fit was very nice here.
Yeah, I got Frank Reich doing an interview on my TV, so
Oh, I'm watching on Amazon Prime. Are you watching on like the local broadcast?
No, I'm watching Prime.
Am I just way behind you?
Fuck.
No, we're golden.
All right, yeah, we're good.
I think you're behind me. But yeah, the Bears are an embarrassment to football. Not just the city of Chicago, but football in general.
Dude, well, so like that punt return was bad enough. You know, fucking TJ was right there to try to make the tackle, and Roshan fucking tried going to the side instead of getting in front of the returner. But it's even worse that fucking of all people, it's Smith Morset that returned that.
Man.
Dude, I didn't even connect the dot until they showed the replay, and I'm like, is that who I think it is?
It's exactly who it was.
It's awful.
It's a revenge game for everyone.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. Like DJ Moore should be getting at a minimum one target per drive. Like if they throw one pass, it should go to DJ. I don't know.
Well, dude, we have to find ways to get him the ball outside of just fucking doing bubble screens the entire time, because that's legit the only way we've gotten him the ball so far.
Yeah, well, I think that's also partially because the quarterback that's playing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Dude, he's just like, it's crazy. Bajan is just like a quarterback through and through, but he just throws wobble balls, dude. I don't understand. Sometimes he fucking flings it though. And then other times it's like I don't know, it's just like if he's off his base, he is not able to do anything in terms of, I feel like he's throwing from his fucking legs and his hips and not from his, like, there's so many plays where you just see like even Will Levis, Fields, right? Like those types of guys with big fucking arms where it's just like you kind of take for granted the flick of the wrist and the ball just going like 30 fucking yards on a dime. You know, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, he can make fucking throws in rhythm. I mean,
he can. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
like,
he can create the offense at a high fucking level, dude.
I was just shitting on the fucking bubble screen, but that throw was it was a beautifully thrown fucking throw that he was actually like his feet were in rhythm perfectly for it. But like, it just feels like anytime he's trying to attack downfield, like there's just something off. Like that throw to Komet on the first drive that got fucking deflected.
Yeah,
like,
it was brutal.
That was a good read on the ball, but holy fucking shit was that ball a duck.
I think what we're seeing too is just like a kid that fucking is seeing his third ever NFL defense, and was in D2, and like those were probably routine throws for him that he could fit over the top of like a linebacker, and now it's like, holy shit, that guy can jump out of the gym. He's also a foot taller and way faster. You know what I mean? Like, like a little. That's kind of what it seemed like. He kind of threw it like he wasn't trying to get it there. You know what I mean? Like he kind of just like put it up, and it's like you realize like those windows close very, very fast in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're like only in the best of the best throw fucking touch passes like that, and there's a reason for that, it's because they fucking have done it so many times over top level competition. And like, dude, if you like make those half-ass throws in the NFL, it's just not going to work.
I wonder what his hand size is, actually. Is that a crazy thing to ask? Because I feel like some of the times it's like if he's, I don't know, maybe it's a grip thing. Because some of the times he does fucking wing it. And then some of the times it's like just straight duck, Peyton Manning, just fucking end over end.
Yeah.
Anti-spiral.
I mean, dude, the anti-spiral. I mean, he really doesn't throw, he does not throw a tight spiral past fucking 10 yards. I can say that for sure. I will defend that fucking DJ throw to the end zone though, because that was just a good play by the defender to fucking get DJ off that route.
Yeah. I think that is a little bit too, right? Where like he is a pretty good rhythm player, so it could be like guys are not at their spots or they're getting rerouted too, shit like that we're not seeing, but you can't chalk everything up to that. We just need to form in the rock every fucking play because he seems to be the only one that wants to eat.
Well, dude, it's a Donta Foreman fucking revenge game too.
Yeah, him and DJ. That's what I'm saying. Feed them the ball, alternating plays. I would be totally fine with it. I heard on the radio too. I don't know who it was, but because I was driving my girlfriend to work, and they were talking about I wish I knew who the name was. I think I was listening to 670 or might have been ESPN 1000. Doesn't really matter. But they were talking about like, yo, all that shit that you had for Bayless now that he's not in the game, like give that to DJ Moore. Those like end arounds and fucking quick screens, whatever you're gonna do, like that should all be going to DJ Moore. It's like, yeah, it should. You probably shouldn't have ever taken a touch out of DJ Moore's hands for fucking Bayless Jones.
I mean, that's how Carolina used him a lot of the time.
We tried to hype him, but like Bayless isn't the dude, man. He's fucking not. Like, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking shame, but like, you know, they're like, what else can you really try to do for him? You know, it's obvious they were trying to fucking force feed him in this offense to hope that he would like did something, but
do some things, yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I get it. It's nice, like, but it's over. That's what I was getting at. He's a nice kid, and like I feel bad. I think he's a really good returner. Actually, I think we're losing something like that. Is the first time we've got a returnable ball in a little bit, like an actual quality returnable ball that it only went to the one. I would have loved to see Bayless return that, but like you can't use someone for 4 plays or more like 12 for the Bears because they fucking let up so many scores. But you know, it's just pretty much done. And like it's fun. It's funny that his journey on Barely There because I feel bad and I really tried to buy in. Like I didn't know who the fucking kid was. When he got drafted. Never heard his name once before, and I'm pretty deep in the draft. Like I go pretty hard.
He's definitely a fucking athlete. There's no denying that. But like the fact that we can't trust him to return punts as well as kicks, I think really works against him. Because like we legit signed Trent Taylor to just straight up return punts for us because Bayless couldn't be trusted to do it.
Yeah, he just catches the ball and is able to throw his hand up for a fair catch signal.
Yeah, because I mean, dude, there's players all around the league that are like special teamers. Like they only return kicks and punts, and that's totally fine. But like, if that's your job and you're not trusted to return punts as well, like you're very, very limited on any NFL team wanting to take a crack at you.
Oh, Foreman just fucking that was the best fucking half-yard run I've ever seen in my life.
He's such a dog.
Yeah.
It's funny because like he's put on a little size since he was in the NFL, but like he was like this at Texas. Plus, like he had like a little bit of extra athleticism. Definitely had a few shirts in the duffel bag, but he's just such a load to bring down.
Dude, he's a monster. I don't know how it took for like
no, that would be a Bayless play right there, and Tyler Scott did a great job on that.
Yeah, he did. But I will say, like, I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be a hold. Terrible. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at watching a game. I can do it for the draft, but not for this. I forgot entirely what I was gonna say.
Honestly, for the most part, I'm just talking how I normally would do it during a game anyway. I was thinking about going to the bar for the game or fucking going down to watch it with my dad, but like my dad has no interest in fucking really getting up to watch this team. And
I understand why.
Yeah. And dude, if I go to a bar up here, I'm just going to sit there and get clowned by Packer fans the whole time. Like it sounds like a terrible fucking time.
It just doesn't sound fun at all now.
Yeah.
I was going to go to a bar and actually it's funny. People want to talk about Ryan Poles being safe, man. I saw someone trying to sell their seats, 4 tickets in the corner of the end zone. Must have been at face value or even right below or right above, but 4 tickets in the 100 levels of the corner of the end zone for fucking $320. Less than $100 a ticket. I don't that's unheard of, dude. You couldn't find that. You couldn't find 4 tickets for $320 in section fucking like the front row of section 300 for the preseason.
Yeah, there's no way.
You couldn't. So, I mean, money talks more than anything else, especially when it comes to the Bears and revenue. Like, dude, they have the luxury of fucking selling out so they can hold on to a bullshit coach. Because you have enough people in the fan base that are naive enough to be like, oh, yeah, Ditka, fucking Walter Payton and all that shit, and like realize that we're a fucking garbage franchise. So we get hyped up every year going into the year. They're a fucking joke. Yeah, nice little fucking screen on 3rd and 20. Great. And another hold, too. Drive it back a little farther.
Yeah, like, let's just continue to fucking shoot ourselves in the foot here.
And that's the thing too. Like it's hard enough asking Fields to overcome all this. You know what I mean? You got a guy that's getting a good play on fucking 2nd down and 10. Like he got nothing on 1st down, 2nd down and 10. It would have been like a 3rd and 6 situation. You could opt to pass or run at this part of the field, like, but instead you get fucking 3 penalties and it's 3rd and 47. Oh, that's a dope ass hat that he's wearing though. Fields is invested too.
Dude, Fields has to be pissed he's not playing tonight.
Of course he is. He's a
There's like no other fucking. There's no way. Like there's a reason they haven't fucking been given like Fields media availability, and it's because he would probably be like, "I'm ready to play.
I'm fine. I can play." Yeah, so of course that's why he did that.
Dude, I'm annoyed at how behind I am on this fucking stream now.
I'll tell you right now, the heat already came up. Hit fast forward. Maybe you just are back.
No, for whatever fucking reason, Amazon Prime won't let me fucking fast forward.
You try to close out and go back in. That's always my move.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
This is like the worst game, dude, to have on primetime.
Dude, that's what I was saying earlier. Like,
this is like the game they should be sending to Germany, right? Not Chiefs Dolphins at 8:00, like where no one can watch it and they both play like shit because they've fucking flew across the world. Like, what are we doing here, NFL? You should be able to flex that stuff and just be like, yeah, we're giving you our shittiest matchup of the week.
Dude, they have all the power in the world to be able to flex this shit, and they just don't. Like,
well, I'm sure that there's owners too that are like, no, we need primetime games. Like, fuck you. We're guaranteed this many.
Yeah, I wouldn't guarantee the fucking Bears shit. You know how many years we've gotten like a ton of primetime games and we just are absolute dog shit?
I just don't know how you have the number 1 overall pick and $100 million and get worse.
Ask Ryan Poles. Dude, like it's the level of like bad where I don't even care if like anybody wants to try to defend a fucking any of the moves that Ryan Poles has made. I don't care if some of them have panned out. Like, you can't bring this guy back and allow him to hire like another head coach. Like, because
they're rolling with both of them, dude. That's what it sounds like.
Dude, that would be fucking terrible. I don't know. I guess I was wrong about like us firing it Nagy a year earlier than we did. Because like I also didn't think there was any way in hell we'd let him fucking get his hands anywhere near another quarterback. But dude, you can't bring this back. Like, Eberflus has to be gone regardless. But like even if you really like Ryan Poles and you're firing Eberflus, you're going to be having him hire a head coach and you're having him on a hot seat. And then what do you do if you have to fire Poles next year? You're going to fire another head coach? Like, it's just a never-ending run.
You just got to rip it all down right now. You should know this far in advance. Like, I mean, you're getting clowned by everybody. You're always going to get clowned by Chicago media, and I wouldn't pay attention to that if I was the Bears. But nationally, you are an absolute fucking joke.
Well, dude, like, this is where I fucking hope Kevin Warren has the stones to just step up and do it.
Or just the authority, right? I don't even know if he has the... I will say, last game they fucking panned to Kevin Warren checking off a roster sheet. I've never seen a team president doing that in my time watching football. It may have...
Kevin Warren knows ball. He's been in football-related positions where he's actually had to make personnel decisions. Like, this isn't fucking Ted Phillips anymore. And honestly, like, if you're gonna trust this guy to build you a fucking stadium, I would hope he has the power to fire the fucking GM.
McCaskies are fucking real cheap, though. That's They're not cheap when it comes to oof. Who was it?
Took a whack right there.
Breeze?
Yeah.
Are you up to speed now? Did you just see the sack or no?
No, I saw a throwaway where he got smacked.
Oh, you're way behind.
God damn.
I won't say anything about the game then. But yeah, I don't know, man. I hope like the Bears are terrible about what their like. If you think about it, the McCaskey's George McCaskey's only actual hire that was good was Lovie Smith, and he got lucky because he lowballed Nick Saban, and Nick Saban went to Miami, and it turned out that Lovie was a pretty good fucking coach. Almost like, I know you hate Frank Wright, but he was pretty good in Indianapolis his first few years. Almost like that kind of situation where McDaniels bowed out, found out maybe he's not the best coach for the NFL, and then they got Lovie. And then after that, they held mock press conferences, probably in large part because of the Rex is our quarterback situation and how Lovey was just kind of like, fuck you to the media. So then they hired Tressman, and then everyone thereafter has just been awful at the fucking podium. So their only decent hire, which Lovey, man, I love him to death for sure. He's my favorite Bears coach of all time that I've seen, right?
Yeah.
I never had a chance to watch Ditka coach, but like, if you really look at it, he's kind of the ideal hashtag Bears football from our boy fucking Jeff Schlegel. Like, he is like that 8-8 coach. He had a couple good years there, and the defense was always elite, but couldn't figure shit out on offense, right? Like, he was bad on offense, and that's why he got fired. But I don't know, man. It's just you would.
Yeah, but dude, even then, just firing a guy off a fucking 10-6 season is brutal. Like, especially like when he's the only relevant success you had had up to that point, besides fucking the 1 year of Dick Duran, and like that's not even going into the fucking 90s.
Yeah,
like
Duran was pretty terrible too.
Yeah, Duran was awful. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He just happened to luck into a fucking team that was just playing out of their fucking minds. What the fuck? Dude, I swear Amazon has like the stupidest fucking system of trying to like authenticate your account. What's that?
Kevin Warren played college basketball?
I didn't know that. Was he was a Big Ten guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no.
Where did he go to college at?
He went to University of Pennsylvania. He was an Ivy League guy. Makes sense. He went right into an executive role.
Yeah, that adds up.
As 1997, he went, it looks like his first, at least is what it's showing on his Wikipedia page. I'm sure there's a lot.
Here, I'm going to mute my mic really quick. I'm going to try to get this going on my fucking computer and just stream it to my TV instead.
Come on.
All right, so I got a 1st and 10. They just rolled through to the left with Roshan.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. Now you're watching Kelsey on the bike.
Yep,
that's where I'm at.
Why the hell is my TV so far behind? That doesn't make any sense. I love how they brought Kelsey on because like it's an obvious like ratings grab. It's very obvious they're really just throwing shit at the wall whenever they have to deal with matchups like this.
I bet I'm getting more water, but I get what you're saying, dude. But at the same time, it's like he could very well be a part of a crew. Like maybe they're trying him out on his bye week. You know, just so happens it's his bye week. I wonder how long it's been on the schedule for.
I mean, I can't imagine he's been on there all that long. I mean, it's good that the Eagles are good, so he can get away with fucking doing shit like this without any problems, but whatever. Oh my goodness. Like just the touch on his throws downfield are just tough. They're gonna go. They're gonna go on 4th and 4. Yeah, I mean they're really hovering on the edge of fucking field goal range there. Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
He's a good rhythm thrower, man, but sometimes he just looks fucking awful. I also love all the Tyler Scott props. His receiving line was set at like 8.5, bro.
That was a super clean fucking that was a super clean pocket too. Delivered that ball right where it needed to fucking go. I mean, it also helps that he has that chemistry with Tyler Scott because that's probably
on the practice squad and shit.
In practice, yeah.
Third team and shit to start off, and fourth team, like
yeah, like it's been obvious he likes feeding Tyler Scott.
Yeah, it's funny because I hit Tyler Scott props the first week and the last week, and I didn't this week because I got burned last week.
Damn,
it was 8.5, bro. Do you realize how fucking? He's got to have more than that, right? He just caught more than that on that ball.
That was probably like a 8-yard catch. I want to say because it was 4th and 4, 8 to 10 maybe. I'll be back in a second.
See, I like Darrington Evans, but oh, he just left. Hello, outside world. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right. It'll be 10-6 at half unless Cairo fucking doinks the shit out of this. I do not want to get launch in your profile. I truly hate anytime I see a bot saying get launched in my profile. No, I don't want to get launched. All righty. The one positive I do have, which not really a positive, but Bears are fucking incredible against the run. Like, it's surprising when someone breaks like a 12-yard run against them. They really are very, very good against the run, but when you're so bad against the pass. Also, I'm still trying to figure out, like, are we bad against the pass because of how bad our pass rush is, or are we bad against the pass because our defensive backfield isn't that good? Or I would assume it's some of both. But, like, Brisker's a good player. He's fucking hurt every week. Gordon's a good player, right? Like, Bojack, I think his prime is definitely over. I liked his leadership coming into this year, but I think that's someone, that you probably likely move on from, and I wouldn't be too upset with that. Jalen Johnson should have been extended. Hopefully he does get we know Jalen Johnson's good. But like I don't know. Is our pass rush that bad?
Well, I mean, honestly, I've seen Elijah Hicks more than I've really wanted to this season, and that just kind of shows with injuries. I mean, even with Eddie being out, like the second Eddie starts to come back, fucking Brisker ends up getting injured. You know, Brisker's definitely playing injured right now, so he can play. The secondary's been tough. I feel like it's been a lot of fucking injuries. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of Stroman personally, just to pop in every once in a while. Because I mean, Tyreek's getting clapped. I mean, there's definitely a player there, but it's been a rough start for him.
I do want to play this really quick because as much as we are seeing a lot more Elijah Hicks than I would truly like to, he had one of the most elite fucking. How does this work now? Hold up. His draft entry video when he posted after getting drafted was one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life. There you go. Hold up.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember that. I mean, I like the dude. Don't get me wrong. It's just like
so good, dude.
It's just the player is tough, man. And I mean, he wasn't drafted to fucking start, but
no, yeah.
I was worried even coming into this season knowing that he was going to be he's our safety by default at backup. You know,
being a 6th-round pick, yeah. I mean, it's not a crazy idea to find a starter at safety in the 6th round, but
yeah, I mean,
it's bad though. That's the thing. Like, we're so bad at every level of coaching that it's truly like that's the only reason why I would see the Bears giving Poles more leeway, even though I truly believe it's a roster-driven league, and I think a good coach does more good for a bad roster than a bad coach does harm for a good roster, if that makes sense, right? Like, at the end of the day, you're still running all very similar concepts, plays, etc. So, like, if you have the right guys in place, like the way I see it is Staley's a bad coach, but that's a good fucking team. And you can see it every single week, and they lose in weird, awful, stupid fucking ways. They're not blowing out a team like the Raiders who just fire their coach and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or are about to fire their coach like once or twice a year. They're, Washington, who just got fucking sold because their owner was in a scandal, right? Like, they're like, they can go in there and beat the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like, they're a good fucking roster. And like, Staley can only make them so bad where they'll like bottom out at 6 wins. Where like this team needs to be coached up to be a 6-7 win team, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
I just feel like the roster, like I don't think Poles should be forgiven at all, but that would be the only justification for them keeping him would be the horribleness of the coaching. Now, I don't know. Maybe they knew they were like the whole finalist thing. I'm sure McCaskey's had some influence and some say in the coaching hire, right? But it depends on how much Poles really liked him and wanted to bring him in. We don't know. That happened behind closed doors. It's Poles said all the things that would indicate he wanted Flus to be the guy, but he could also just being a good professional, right? Like, you don't know with this team and this franchise because it's like it's a reoccurring theme now with like how everyone avoids all these questions at the podium and all that stuff. Like, is this something that's being like written into contracts? You can't talk about X, Y, and Z and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know, but like, you can't be that horrifically bad at the podium back to back. Like, Fox was better than both Nagy and Flus at the podium, and he was awful. Trestman was terrible, and he was probably
Fox literally just gave non-answers the entire time because he did not want to deal with the fucking Chicago media. Like, it was obvious from day one. He's like, I'm hired here to coach. I have nothing to say to fucking any of you. Like, some of the best like unintentional comedy was watching it. Like, and I love Lauren Screeden, but like the best unintentional comedy in the fucking world was watching that coffee with coach fucking shit and watching John Fox on there looking just completely like he's like forcing a smile that he has to be on there. He's trying to be nice, but like it's so obvious he does not want to talk to anybody about anything. But like, you know what? Like now that time has gone by since John Fox, like I appreciate him a lot more because like at the end of the day, dude, true blue football guy.
Football coach, he was an actual.
He won everywhere he went before he came here, and to be fair, dude, he got handed the mess after fucking Trestman and Emery.
That was the worst state of the Bears.
That was tough.
Like the Bears are in a pretty much the worst state they've been in a while too, because of like they tore it down and it's not going upwards, right? And they do have some good play. Like Wright's a fucking good player. Braxton Jones is a good player, right? Like there's some guys you can name, and that's why I think coaching is a huge issue too. But that's why I always say the situation that Pace inherited versus the situation that Poles inherited was polar opposites. Like Pace was tied into some really tough contracts there with like you had Urlacher, Briggs. I know a couple of them ran out, but Tillman, like a lot of older veterans that were definitely past their prime were like, you could try to keep it together, but you really can't, right? Like you do need to have a resurgence where there was still a lot of good young talent on this football team before fucking Ryan Poles got here. And it's like, yeah, you had some fucked up contracts and shit like that, but like it wasn't to the point where it was like you couldn't navigate it. Like people talk about how Poles versus Quezzy and like Quezzy's this terrible GM. Like, dude, Quezzy came in and navigated a situation, in my opinion, much better than Ryan Poles did. Like the Bears and the Vikings were kind of in a similar place when Poles and Quezzy took over, and Vikings went forward and the Bears went backward.
What's the flag? All right, so the only thing I would say to that though, Lucas, is fucking like to the Poles and Eberflus thing is like Poles and Eberflus had a direct connection before they got here.
Yeah, they're agents. Yeah, all that. Oh, for sure. That's why I'm like, it all depends.
There was a lot of like canoodling like beforehand. I mean, I don't doubt the McCaskey part of it because it's very obvious that they really like having control. I mean, if that Bruce Arians interview doesn't fucking tell it all, like I don't know what does. Man, all right. Kyler got a little handsy, but 86 straight up fell on the ground to get that call. And I'll fucking die on that grave because that was a flop. I'm sorry.
I know Kyler's a freak athlete, but like he does not need to fucking do a karate flip up every single time.
I don't know. Kyler doesn't bother me really.
No, it doesn't bother. Well, the fact what bothers me is how bad the entire team is, right? Like that's what bothers me. But
yeah,
Kyler Gordon doesn't bother me. But it's just like, dude, you currently just got called for a fucking flag, and now you're doing a flip up. You know what I mean? Like that just extended a drive. Like, what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I still feel like 86 ate it, but Kyler was getting way too fucking handsy on that route.
That's fine. You got called for a flag either way. You don't need to be doing fucking acrobatics on the next down. Like,
yeah,
that's my.
I don't know, man. Like, even like with his whole like dress up and shit like that, like I think he might actually think that he is Peter Parker.
Catch the fucking ball. Now, if I'm Carolina, I go for it and fucking stick it down our keister.
Oh man, that's tough, Tyreek.
Oh,
that's fucking
brutal. Talking about major field position. How many timeouts do they got? 2 or 3?
They have all 3.
Yeah,
we both have all 3.
Flus probably won't use those timeouts, dude. You know, fucking Matt Eberflus. He'll go to halftime with 2. Watch, he's a jagoff.
I swear, dude, we can never find a coach that does one or the other because, like, Nagy would be out of timeouts by like 8 minutes a second, and fucking Eberflus just holds on to him like fucking silver dollars. Like, I don't know.
I don't like this punt returner, dude. I feel like he fair catches fucking everything.
Dude, that's literally that's like all they hired him to do, I feel like.
I like he had a chance to return that. For sure.
I mean, Trent Taylor is not a bad returner. It's just I don't even know if he has the fucking green light. I literally feel like he's on the roster because Velus Jones can't catch punts.
Can't catch. They're like, please just catch the ball for us. That's it. Just make sure you don't fumble it. He bopped that one too.
Like I think that Thursday night game last year that we went to is like burned it.
That was fucking terrible, dude.
That was a brutal game.
Oh my
like we had every chance in the world to win it too.
Carson Wentz is so bad too. We got to see it live.
Dude, awful. He played terribly. Like it was not even fucking close.
I can't believe I literally had him after he got hurt the year he was coming back. I had him as a top 5 QB. I'm like, dude, the guy's legit. Like he was fucking good. I don't know. I've never seen someone like look that good going up and then like instantly be awful. Because he was bad the second he came back.
Who the hell is Matt Eber fired? Is Al in here? Oh yeah, he is.
Why is his name Matt Eber fired? What's up, Al?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, buddy?
I can see your name.
Are you guys in the same fucking house right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, which room are you in, Lucas?
The same one as you. I'm sitting right next to you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I actually just have like curtains behind me. I'm in my front room. I'm not in my office. It's an easier way to watch the game this way. Then I got to be like looking over and fucking. I don't know. I don't like the aesthetic. I prefer the virtual background.
Same. I had to ditch the big TV and just come upstairs and just watch on my iPad now, I guess. The Bears lost big TV privileges.
Well, like the entire reason I'm doing this in my fucking office right now is because I have a 58-inch TV, but for whatever reason, the Amazon Prime on it's like fucking 2 minutes behind. So now I'm currently streaming you guys and the game on my TV.
I truly hate. Man, I hate the Bears with everything in my heart. Like I love them, but I hate them.
Oh, this team reeks, dude.
It's just terrible. Like the amount of times we just shoot ourselves in the foot. All right, so we have the ball with like what, a minute left and 3 timeouts.
Oh, for sure, Matt Eberflus is not going to know how to use those timeouts.
We were just talking about how fucking either we get coaches who use all their timeouts by like 8 minutes in the second quarter, or we have coaches who just flat out don't.
Oh, he's going to take 2 of these to the grave with him. Is that a roughing? Fuck yeah. Call it on them. Give us something here. Yeah, you went fucking straight at his head. That should not be a penalty, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
He'll just get off a fucking concussion, though. I hope he's all right. He did spear his helmet. You can't do that. I wonder how it's so obscure how the Panthers
and Jones was I feel bad because he was like trying to get low on that too. His helmet just happened to land in the wrong fucking spot. I'm glad they called it though. I'll fucking take it.
Keep going. Get up on the ball.
Is Tyson Bagent getting calls that Justin Fields would not be getting normally?
No.
Well, Justin doesn't get any calls, so I mean,
yeah, neither of them get calls.
They're on like equal footing here.
The Bears lose the fucking turnover battle like 7-1 every single fucking time. So I would say no. Al. Cocksucker. I just don't get it.
Dude, did the fucking like camera crew only go to like the river? Because those are the only shots of Chicago I've seen this entire game.
Well, I think that's
the fucking river.
They went to the Wiener Circle with Jason Kelsey and Marshawn Lynch.
I did see
it. Oh, yeah,
no. I just saw a picture of Andrew Whitworth and what's it called? If Marshawn Lynch was there, I would have legitimately fucking drove there. He was there?
I think so. I saw clips circulating on Twitter like the other day of Marshawn Lynch being there. I don't know if that's old from the last time.
Marshawn Lynch hanging out the Wiener Circle is just like the most fucking Marshawn Lynch thing ever.
Is he banged up? Who do we got as the backup now? Peterman.
Yep.
And then who else did we bring in as like the emergency?
Oh, Roshan is the emergency third quarterback.
We got no. We got
He
we
landed.
got Peterman, and we have fucking we have Trace McSorley,
You guys see that?
Penn State legend.
He got rocked.
Oh, I think I'm like a minute behind you guys, but Tyson got just completely obliterated on that
That's
play.
what I'm saying, dude. I think you guys are
Dude.
behind me. Yeah.
What world are we living in? Why the hell does Lucas have the best stream?
You know the answer to that question. Why wouldn't I?
Ooh, dude, you were like you were a solid like 10 minutes behind in the fucking draft.
That's because at that time I was using my parents' DirecTV login. There it is. I was using my parents' DirecTV login. Now I have YouTube TV, and this is Amazon Prime. I'm literally, I could throw a ball from the top of my roof into Bear Stadium. So maybe that's helping the feed. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Could be. I mean, I know the Wi-Fi at Soldier Field won't do it, considering fucking. I doubt this is a fucking packed house tonight.
Probably not.
Come on, ESB. You got to get to the fucking line. Get out of bounds, my guy. We want touchdown here.
I'm trying
I haven't
this,
checked
look
Twitter.
up this clip of Marshawn at the winner circle.
Are you sure it's Marshawn?
Dude, yeah, Marshawn was definitely there. I saw a clip circulating on Twitter. But I don't know if it's from last year's Washington game at Soldier Field or if it's this week's.
Yeah, because I didn't even see him in the pregame. I didn't know if he was on the crew this week.
Dude, that's so great that they went from like the 48 or whatever, 47-yard field goal, and then they got the penalty, and he still banged the field goal.
Oh, dude, Cairo's fucking money.
This is his last year on a contract, so they might have to bring him back.
Oh, they'll boot him. They'll boot him.
Oh,
You don't let a kicker that's been his.
There you go, Cockmet. There you go, Colt Cockmet.
All right, I found the clip. Where should I send it? In our group chat?
Yeah.
That's it, Cole.
Yeah, I sent it in there.
Is that our boy? Did we fucking feed Cole Komet? Apparently, I'm on a fucking delay again too.
I'm sorry.
Probably.
You guys, I'll
Let's go.
Drive.
Yo, I swear to God, man. Like I see Cole Komet at the fucking food kitchen every single week because he's fucking
Dude, I think
starving.
I'm
We need
behind
to
both of you.
fucking feed him. Let's
Let's
go.
If he gets
No
10
reason
touchdowns,
for that
Dylan
to
deactivates.
What'd you say, Al?
If Cole gets 10 touchdowns this year, Dylan deactivates.
It'll fucking happen. Bajan with a little bit of the sidearm action, I'll fucking allow it.
Respect Cole Komet. I don't know why he was that open.
Yeah.
Hey, it's top separation league, baby. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said too. That was exactly my reaction. If you were to play back just my face because I muted myself, I was like, "Ooh!" I thought for sure that was a fumble.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
He was whipping at that fucking ball. Gosh, dude, this is the most Bears fucking Panthers.
And the 9.5, baby. That's how we fucking
The
roll.
only touchdown in the first half was a 76-yard punt return by Amir Smith-Marset. That's unreal.
Yeah. Well, dude, he almost fumbled that fucking ball, too. He just pulled that in.
Is he about to miss this?
Is that Sewell's brother?
No, we're good. I had Cairo Santos as my kicker, and he that's huge. That takes that one from a 4 to a 5-pointer. He's got 11 points at halftime. We'll take it.
Oh.
I've also, because Zach Charbonnet has been getting dropped in every league, I have scooped him in like every single league.
Oh, I drafted Zach Charbonnet with a late draft pick in my league. He's my backup because I have Kenneth Walker as my starter.
I'm telling you right now, if he gets banged up, well, who knows? Pete Carroll will probably ask.
Oh, Pete Carroll's already splitting reps. Kenneth Walker's production has dipped the last few weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Zach's good, man. Should have been a Bear.
Just wasn't he like one pick away?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. All right. It was 52.
Oh, I was with you in the Zach Charbonnet camp. It was the rest of the people.
I was like, dude, he's gonna be there. I still just want to know if Poles was gonna draft him. Do you realize if Charbonnet falls there and Ryan Poles drafts Zach Charbonnet, I probably see him in a completely different light because he gets my two favorite prospects from the draft, and I'm like,
probably
it's just Flus. Like we gotta get rid of Flus.
If he loses this game, he's got to be gone.
Dude, we don't fire coaches midseason. There's no way.
A lot of hope that Kevin Warren sets a new precedent.
I fucking hope so. Although, I mean, like, let's get real. We all know who we should just clean house and bring in the fucking man from Michigan anyway. Just bring him home. Like you can't convince me that Kevin Warren can't negotiate contracts and him and fucking Jim Harbaugh can't build a winning fucking roster.
I'm trying to contain myself right now because you mentioned the guy I want as the head coach too.
Well, I know you want Jim Harbaugh. That goes without saying. Dude, I will beat that drum until I'm fucking dead because like I already know the Bears are going to be fucking the Bears and just continue to ignore the best option in the room that makes the most sense.
You know how well connected Harbaugh is in the NFL? He could bring any coordinator he wants to make this team so much better.
Dude, we would have an incredible coaching staff. Especially if Staley gets fired in LA, which come on, let's be real, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like immediate defensive coordinator. Like if he's only calling a defense, I'm all here for it. And like when you look at the players we have on our defense, like we can effortlessly go back to a 3-4 defense.
I agree. The question is who will be the coordinator? Not that it would matter because I'm guessing Jim Harbaugh will be calling the plays.
Yeah, offensive coordinator. I mean, he'd probably bring back Greg Roman, if we're being totally honest. Not that I would not. I don't know if I wouldn't even like dislike that, but like it would be that. It would be like probably quite a few like former Ravens coordinators. He'd probably bring some people from Michigan with him. Because like, dude, if he leaves Michigan, most of that coaching staff isn't going to want to stick around unless they hire from within, which Michigan's never been known to do that. They always like to go fucking do those huge splash hires.
Shit.
If it's Harbaugh as our next head coach and he wants to draft JJ McCarthy, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I would. Dude, if we actually hired Harbaugh, I would let him do whatever the hell he wants to this roster.
The question would be whether he wants GM power too.
Yes, I think he does. Or at least he's, at a minimum, he's going to bring in his guys.
Well, dude, it's like if it's like director or player personnel or some shit.
I think Poles would not have to take a demotion in terms of his title. But if he wanted to stay, I think it would be Harbaugh's show. Like,
I would just let Kevin Warren be the president of business operations, Poles be the president of football operations, just make Harbaugh the GM.
I would not let Poles do anything. I would fire him into the sun. But,
I mean, they did give him a 6-year contract, so I don't see him going anywhere.
Well, that's what we touched on about the McCaskies being cheap. Like if you get a 6-year contract, like McCaskies don't have the same kind of cash as these billionaires.
Why in the fucking world would you ever give any first-time GM a 6-year contract? Like that blows me away.
He probably laid out a long-term plan and they ate it all up.
Dude, 3 years max. 3 years. You get 3 years to figure it the fuck out, and you better have some pretty good-looking results by year 2, otherwise you're gone.
To be fair, I'll tell you what George would buy. George would definitely buy, hey, there's some things we got to do to clean up the roster. It might be a tough year, but we'll definitely be competing next year. And by year 3, we're going to be like division favorites. That's my guess what the pitch is. And now they're just watching it like, holy fuck, we're worse in year 2. What do we do? And I truthfully believe that the coaching staff, there's something going on there internally where Bajan is starting this game. Because if they truly were like, Fields is our starter, I don't know, man. I think you want him to play this. Like,
for
I think
sure. Didn't you see the clips from this morning or yesterday where he was practicing and he looked completely fine throwing the football?
If everyone's job was safe and you knew Justin and you had faith in Justin Fields because you just traded out of the number 1 pick with 2 very good quarterbacks, like I know that people were already looking ahead to the next year and May and Caleb Williams were seen as a better 1-2, right? But like Young and Stroud were not like schlubs. You know what I mean? Like this was not Kenny Pickett and fucking Malik Willis draft. Like where a guy's going to slip all the way to 20. This was a legit quarterback draft. So for you to like have faith in Fields, because this is we've seen shit happen. We've seen players get injured. We've seen guys like Spencer Rattler, I always like to bring up, but he was supposed to be a Heisman candidate and a possible Heisman favorite entering the season. He ended up getting replaced by Caleb Williams. Like a lot happens in one season, and it's such a bottom line business that like if you believed in one of those 2 quarterbacks more than Fields, then you were going to take him, right? So like they clearly believed in Fields more. I get you're in the same situation again, but like I don't know. I feel like there's something going on, whether it's polls saying Flus, you got to fucking perform better with this roster, otherwise you're going to get let go, or if it's Warren and McCaskey telling both polls and Flus, but like something's going on where Bajan's still playing. Because like it is clear that like they want to give this kid a bunch of opportunities to play here. Like if you were trying to, I don't know. I just feel like if you were like Bajan is not like ready enough to be in this situation. Like he got thrown to the dogs. That's why he threw 4 picks. He's not a bad player. The dude, he's a D2 kid that's undrafted. That's extremely fucking raw. That like, it's got a little bit of moxie to him. And I feel like if you gave him a little time to cook, 2 years from now, like he'd be a decent backup quarterback. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Why don't you put fucking the Peterman in? Like he's not good, but he's got a lot more NFL experience. He knows where he can't. Well, I won't go that far, but he's gonna know like what balls he can and can't fit a lot more than Tyson Bagent going from fucking. I know he's been at practice and training camp and all that, but I don't know. Do you really feel like Bagent gives you a better chance to win than Fields?
Probably
I don't think so.
not.
No, I don't think so. I think Fields is whatever Fields is lacking that makes him hold on to the ball longer than Bagent does. He makes up for tenfold with his fucking just unreal fucking God-given ability. Like he's extremely talented. So there's no way you can convince me that at this point right now in their careers, Bagent gives you a better chance to win. So what are you trying to prove with Bagent? You know what I mean?
That's why it feels like a fucking tank. It feels like we're tanking again.
Well,
and doing this 2 years in a row is really fucking brutal. Especially like, and I think the thing that bugs me the most about it is either for A, trade value, or for B, doing a full evaluation before you decide to go draft a quarterback with one of these picks. Like, you got to see what Justin is. Like, we're 2-7. Like, I love Justin, but I don't think he's going to make this miraculous fucking comeback where we win 8 games in a row. You know what I mean? It's probably not going to fucking happen. So like,
it could be the complete opposite. And everyone could be so safe that they're like, we don't want this to turn into something that needs surgery. And like, if we get these 2 top picks in the draft, like we're going to do the same thing. We're going to trade down and we're going to get a ton of draft capital and set ourselves up for the future. Like, we don't know if that's what's going on. Like, none of us actually fucking know. It's just a bunch of insane people freaking out at each other on the internet. That's like the only thing that we have to base off of. You know what I mean? So like, really until the season concludes, because we know Eberflus is not going to get fired. I mean, maybe even still, but if Carolina comes out and fucking the second half and just throttles us and they win the game by fucking 27, who knows? Maybe Flus isn't there tomorrow, but we know what the Bears are. We know how they operate, right? I just hope that like Kevin Warren's our only fucking hope. And then even still, then your next hope is like if Warren isn't getting that much say in terms of football decisions and can't make a ruling to fire someone, then your next hope is them selling the fucking team, which does not seem likely at all with this stadium going up.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they do sell the team, it's like, who's the owner going to be?
Probably someone who thinks like-minded, like the McCaskies do.
Or even just someone who's willing to throw money at problems, but maybe they're the problem.
Probably.
You know? It's all fucking bad, dude.
Starts with ownership. I don't know what to tell you.
It's all fucking bad, brother. Dude, what are you looking at on your phone?
Check the group chat. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Right, he just here so he don't get fined. What you want to eat? You want turkey?
Those 50-cent bonuses are going to hit different this week.
I can't believe Ted Phillips' last gift to us was Ryan Poles, man.
Wait, what?
Ted Phillips' last gift to the Bears and our fan base was Ryan Poles.
Yeah, I mean, that's if he even had anything to fucking do with that hire. That dude was probably so checked out at that point, just slamming fucking salami meat under his desk. Yeah, Bears Twitter is just as fucking sane as I thought it was going to be. My lord.
I checked out. I stopped going on Twitter after the first quarter.
That's an incredible video of him at the Wiener Circle. Marshawn Lynch. Thank you for sending that.
No problem.
Some dude bought a fucking secret Bagent Man t-shirt. Unreal.
Was it Mark Carman?
No, but I think yeah, Mark Carman was fucking posing with the guy. That's something. You know, like kind of like I was talking about earlier though, Lap, like if you think about like the Bears switching to 3-4, Montez Sweat would be a perfect fucking fit too, because he's played both 3-4 and 4-3.
I just don't like the idea of him being in a 4-3 for the majority of his career and then switching him back right after you gave up all that shit for him. And I like the 3-4 more, but like you've already kind of committed to like now you got young.
I don't think Montez is a career fucking 4-3 guy, dude. He's played a little bit outside linebacker before Ron came in. Like
a little. That's what I'm saying. But I just, dude, you paid him like an elite pass rusher. He needs to be rushing the passer, and in a 3-4, those ends will fucking drop off, or like we'll start seeing him in like a Leonard Floyd fucking flat drop, and people will start losing their minds.
Maybe I'm giving Ryan Poles a little too much credit here, thinking that far ahead, but do you think the Montez Sweat deal was an indicator that Flus might be here a little longer than we assume?
I'm just scared because this team doesn't like, there's no rhyme or reason for him. It's just, if it's something stupid, then yes, that's what happens.
I don't know. I still don't think Eberflus is safe. I think they're just playing PR until they get to the end of the season. There's no way you can justify bringing him back. Like Poles will probably survive, but Eberflus can't, dude.
And Matt's a fraud, dude. Matt should have said something to McCaskey. Everyone that takes pictures with George McCaskey, you should at least be like, hey, your record's been this in the last 2 years. Like, are you holding people accountable? What's going on? Like, I'm gonna for
He
this
probably,
team
he probably sees the fans having a good time at the tailgates and not saying shit to him. So they probably think it's okay. Like whatever we're doing is fine.
Dude, well, anytime he fucking shows up at Bears training camp, like I just avoid him because, like, if I actually get that close to George, I'm gonna fucking say something, and it's just I'm gonna get kicked out.
I think that's why God knows I shouldn't be placed next to him because I'm not gonna be like a scumbag and like yell things at him, but I'm just gonna be like, dude, like this team's awful, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you really not able to see? Do you have faith in this regime right now? Like, come on, bro. From fucking just a person to a person, like. Watch this and tell me that you're happy with it.
Dude, person to person, like, do you know who your grandfather is? Like, how the fuck do you not
I wouldn't
know
say something like I wouldn't like try to dishonor his like tell him he's a piece of shit compared to his grandpa. Like I wouldn't want to approach it like that. I would literally just be like, dude, like I would plead with him. I'd be like, man, like I have no control. I do mock drafts. Like, how many mock drafts do you do in the offseason, George? Because that's all I do all offseason. Because I tell myself in my head that if I make the most perfect mock draft, that it's going to come to fruition, or so, like some of my energy is going to transfer into that building, and you guys are going to get better. But it never happens. And I'm putting everything I can into this team, and I feel like the results are not there. So like, what can we do to make this better? Like, dude, and then try to get him to fire me and just freak out on everybody at Hallis Hall.
George, how fucking old are you? Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say someone should ask him how old he is.
Like, do you have your ID on you? Like, I need to fucking see that you were actually born on a date.
The only person who knows how old he is the guy who renews his license at the DMV every year.
Like, I feel like he just kind of like showed up one day out and he walked out of the fucking Decatur factory that the Bears fucking franchise started in. Like the fact that we can't find his age is just, it's wild. Like I understand like NFL, like professional sports teams, like they want to like have like some semblance of like privacy, but like what the fuck? I don't know, dude. Like I've listened to this same fucking interview with George Hallis like at least 18 times. And just hearing him talk about like just hearing the passion in his voice and hearing his knowledge of like the NFL.
Dude,
and
he invented
football,
the fucking NFL. Of course he's gonna have knowledge. But I just don't know
dude,
how anyone else in the family picked it up.
It's obnoxious, man. Like I don't know. Like I don't even like necessarily hate George. I just wonder why the fuck he is the way he is.
George's heart is in the right place. He just doesn't know what he's doing.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, but that's a lethal combo.
I know that,
especially when you don't have a bankroll to make stupid decisions like that.
He's a guy that goes to Bill Polian for help with football decisions. That's just unreal to me.
Well, dude, it's almost like, and I know that's like different guy, obviously, and he's a scumbag, but like even Dan Schneider when he first bought the Washington football team,
like,
dude, he spent a fuck ton of money in free agency, like every year. Like he was trying. He just had absolutely no fucking clue what he was doing. Like this man went out and signed like Bruce Smith and Deion Sanders, like at the first shot that he had when these guys were just completely fucking washed. Like he cared. I'll give him that, at least maybe at the beginning, but like, you can't just throw money around like that, just thinking like I'm gonna buy a Super Bowl team. Like it just historically doesn't happen. Like this isn't the NBA where you can just buy a starting five. Like you have fucking 53 guys on your fucking active roster and a bunch of other guys you need to have ready, and you can't just throw money at that problem, especially when you're working within a salary cap. Like,
so I'm saying you could have a fucking Dan Snyder as your owner too, which I don't even know what's worse.
They're both pretty bad.
Throwing money at things, like you're bound to catch fire faster than.
That was also an impressively bad fucking 3-and-out there.
Yeah, no.
When Tyson Bagent throws deep balls, it looks like he's giving all that he has in it.
Everything in his fucking body. Yes, dude. He looks.
Dude, that's like every time like they try to comment on his arm strength, like, yeah, we know he's got it. It's like, what? Can you just stop? Like, can you just make him Chad Pennington for me? Like, can we just
But his
stop
velocity-
pretending like the throw is there?
The velocity stats are fucking
Ooh, good coverage.
like.
Let's go.
I don't know what the velocity stats mean entirely, but pretty much they indicate that he had a stronger arm than Will Levis. But it's like no way. There's
Dude,
no,
Will Levis has really turned it around this year.
what do
Well,
you
yeah,
mean?
dude. That's
Wow,
like
he-
fucking
it's-
Charlie Sheen in Major League before glasses. Like, yeah, he could throw fucking heaters, but it doesn't matter if it's going 10 feet over the fucking guy's head.
Will Levis has an absolute fucking cannon, bro.
He does. I mean, that was never a doubt, though. It was always his fucking accuracy, but like, he's
Yeah,
he
wouldn't say he's
looked really fucking good.
I'll tell you right now, he's not a. I don't know if he's going to be a good quarterback, but he's a good quarterback for DeAndre Hopkins because he'll fucking chuck that thing up to him, and DeAndre is down to go get it. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's a good 1-2 punch. I feel like I have Hopkins in a couple leagues. I traded him in one, which I'm upset about, but I think that's going to be a big selling point. I know I felt like, and it was stupid because I started him over Burrow, which I still won my matchup. Part of the reason why I started him was because I was like, oh, let's give the rookie a shot. He just threw 4 tutties, you know? Stupid. It was stupid. Plus, I just wanted to feel something on a Thursday, you know? I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's roll with Levis. Like, and he puts up 8 points. That's
He
Steelers.
just wanted to feel something on a Thursday. He was such a crackhead.
Lucas is trying to have some emotional involvement in Thursday Night Football.
Thursday night, yeah, in a fucking what was gonna be for sure an under game, like 12-7. Just looking at it, I was like, what? That's one thing though. That guy's a statue in the pocket. Like, he does not move at all. And you would think he's a pretty athletic guy. He runs more, but he does not move at all, which to the point where I think it's a detriment. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucking just chilling in there.
He's athletic Mike Glennon.
No regard for his body or the people around him. Like, he's just standing statue-esque, bro.
Dude,
Got an
very
absolute
Mike
cannon.
very Mike Glennon-y.
Wouldn't go that
A
far.
more athletic and better version of Mike Glennon. But Mike Glennon is just like never moved out of the pocket when we had him.
I will say, like, I don't know if Levis is a good quarterback, but his arm is one of the more impressive ones I've seen. Like, it just fucking pops. It's like a cannon coming off his shit.
Yeah, no, he definitely has a fucking hell of an arm.
I'm talking about, like, compared to everyone in the league. Like, he's got a fucking cannon.
Well, yeah.
When you grow up with mayonnaise in your coffee, it happens, man.
Dude, he throws fastballs. Like, it's like, I don't even know how you catch that ball if you're a receiver.
Yeah, it's definitely like a little bit of that Favreism in him.
For sure. I
Oh,
could see him throwing a ton of
fucking
flips.
go, Kyler.
Dude, I think the Carolina Panthers have a really bad offense. I don't know what is going on.
Dude, Miles Sanders is so bad.
I thought he was good though. That's the thing. Like, I thought it was
We all
Syracuse that
thought.
just that should have been picked. That you
Just
cannot
watching a
throw up.
fucking playing behind a Philly offensive line, dude. Their fucking offensive line is so stacked.
Yeah, you can't let him catch that, bro. He floated that across the entire field.
Yikes.
That should have been a pick. Like,
Yeah. I think even the dude who caught it knows it.
he was like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, that should have been pick 6, man.
That's what I'm saying. That was up there for a while. Who's that? Is that
Who's their
Swat?
offense?
Oh, is that both Walker? Who is that? Walker and Pickens?
95 is Walker and Pickens is 96, I
Oh,
believe.
that was Ngakoue. Okay.
God. Bryce Young is 8 for 17 with 69 yards.
Dude, Gervin Dexter's looked pretty damn good lately.
I just wish.
I think he was the one who what was it?
Oh, let's go.
Either the first or second drive for Carolina on offense, man. Bryce threw a ball away, but he got absolutely fucking like married to the turf with fucking Dexter.
Are we gonna win this game without actually scoring a touchdown?
Dude, this is going to be so 2006 Bears where it's like Devin Hester returning 3, like a huge punt return for a touchdown at the end of the game to win us the game.
Oh,
Well,
no.
there you go, Lucas. Trent Taylor finally returned a punt.
Thank God, right?
We've been dominating the field position game this game, I believe.
Well, not in the first quarter, but I think since then we've been pretty good on it.
We gotta come up with a touchdown on this drive. This field position right here now is not like, oh, settle for a field goal.
We are kicking a field goal or turning the ball over. There's no doubt about that in my mind. It's gonna be 12. Yeah. It's gonna be 12 to fucking 10 at the end of this drive.
This is gonna be like that Thursday night football game last year against Washington at home where it was like 12-7 and we just
dude, don't even bring we already talked about that game. I didn't want to hear about that fucking game. It's disgusting. So bad. Yeah, because we were talking about Valus earlier. And Valus is the one that like completely fucking burned us in that game.
He muffed that punt, I believe, in that game.
Yep. And then I think he did it against the Giants too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I like how they called him a healthy scratch. Why don't you just say he's a bad player? He's inactive.
Yeah, that's definitely a dude. Ryan Poles just has an affinity for fucking second round picks, man. He just really is batting 1,000 with those. I mean, I like Kyler and Brisker, but it's been all fucking downhill since.
Anything involving watch that video I sent to the group chat. It's
anything involving a second round pick is just fucking absolutely brutal with Poles.
Oh, we're just giving away second round picks now because he knows it's bad,
dude. Give away thirds. You're using them on guys that like
Valus. Valus was a third.
Give away your thirds, bro. That's what bothers me the most about the Sweat trade is like R3 is pretty much going to be a 2. So like that's wild, man. You could even if they would have given up a 25-2, I would have been like, okay, not bad. You know this thing's going to be short of a fucking miracle. This thing's going to be like 37 or below.
Man, Eberflus is getting clowned on Twitter.
Creepy looking in that, isn't he? Got some tricks up our sleeve.
How's Montez Sweat looked so far?
I mean, he's a good football player. We just gave up a lot for him. He's a very good football player with an elite price tag, right? Like it could be a worse situation. You could have done that exact situation with Chase Claypool. Like he could have been extended and shit, and then we could be stuck. So like, you know, I've made my point, I feel like, about the Montez Sweat thing. So I'm not going to like rant and rave about it because he's a good football player. Like I'm not going to take anything away from him, but he got an elite price tag, both in the trade and in terms of his salary.
I don't know. I'm not worried about
this. Lose sleep over compared to some of the other things that have happened.
Yeah, that might be Poles' fucking best move that he's made, personally.
Probably
like fucking
DJ Moore's a very good fucking football player.
Yeah, but I mean, we also like fucking with the way that trade went down with the way we paired it. Like, yeah, that was fucking great. That was the sweetener on that fucking deal because like nobody else could offer that.
Well, and that's the reason why it's his best trade is because we've gotten smoked on every other trade, and that's other than really Robert Quinn, right? So that's why a big part of what I'm saying is it more just makes you worried for like the being willing to overpay for players like consistently, right? Like that's something that Pace that if we were looking at a new GM and you're looking at Pace's aggressiveness, you're like, okay, I like it, but let's fucking settle it down a little bit here. You know what I mean? Like you did it 2 years back to back. Granted, Chase Claypool was a gamble versus Montez Sweat being a proven commodity, right?
Do we actually dare score a fucking touchdown in this drive?
No shot, dude. We'll stall out right here.
I'm fucking falling asleep over here, dude. I need something. I need fucking a touchdown injected in my vein.
Made something out of nothing there, even though you bobbled it like a cocksmoker.
Offensive line doing a nice job opening up running lanes.
Dude, I'm telling you, the guy's fucking starving. We just have to feed him. I don't understand if they don't like have like a nutritionist at fucking Alice Hall, but like Cole Kmet is fucking starving. Feed him the ball.
There has to be a stat out there like, oh, if Cole Kmet catches a certain amount of passes for these many yards, or the Bears are like, this is their record or whatever. This is how efficient their offense is.
Well, dude, it's a tale as old as fucking time, man. When you have a quarterback that's fucking struggling or a young quarterback, you go to your fucking tight end. Like, your tight end should be your best fucking friend. He is your safety valve. Like, shit, you know, like,
Did we?
even when we made the trade for fucking Cutler and we had absolutely nobody at fucking receiver when he got here, Greg Olsen immediately became his best friend. Like,
Oh, that's definitely over.
by a fucking mile.
He reaches his hands out too.
First down.
Give the rock to Foreman 3 times. Let's not let this kid fucking throw a pick. Okay.
God, I'm facing Foreman in fantasy. I hope not. Let it go to Roshan.
What are we doing? Throwing a quick slant in the red zone. I mean, this is what infuriates me, right? Because you're facing legitimately a bottom 5 ranked rushing defense with a top 5 ranked passing defense, and you opt to throw a quick slant over the middle of the field on first down. Like, what are you doing here?
It almost fucking worked, but yeah, I agree. I don't understand that fucking play call there.
Luke Getsy tries to get too cute with this play
Oh,
call.
wow. What you should have done on first down. Dickhead. I'm still mad. I won't be happy.
That throw to Mooney was behind him, though. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking take it. This game's for fucking draft position. Feed that man all fucking night. That's what I was saying when I was going fucking solo dolo at the beginning of the pod, dude. Feed fucking
facing Deontay Foreman in
all
fantasy
night.
football. That's gonna hurt.
Feed Foreman all night. If you're gonna throw the ball, feed Cole Kmet and fucking get DJ Moore the ball at all costs.
You guys see how long that drive was? Time of possession game. Let's go.
Like, dude, Foreman's he's such a load to try to tackle, too. He's so big. And he's so fucking, like, for that size, he's very athletic.
I wonder what happens when Khalil Herbert comes back. Do they split the reps 50-50 or do they let Roshan get into the fray a little bit?
Roshan's not getting shit.
Dude, I was going to say, man, this was Roshan's golden opportunity. He hasn't done shit with it, so.
Well, he had the concussion. I think he would have had a chance to do well, but then it was like.
Yeah, but even since he's been back when he gets the ball, it's a whole lot of nothing.
How do you go away from Foreman? I mean, that's my same thing on first down.
Like, that's how stupid our coaching staff is. Deontay Foreman was inactive for the first 3 weeks.
It was more than 3
weeks. That was crazy in its own fucking right.
3 or 4, probably.
Yeah, we paid 2 running backs, and the guy that we paid less was on the active roster.
Yeah, and what has he done?
Oh, we all knew it was stupid when it happened. It's like, dude, you're in a draft.
Why am I seeing a fucking man in a Speedo on a fucking football commercial right now?
So here's the thing.
God.
Foreman.
This is terrible.
So your running back's averaging 4 yards a clip, a little over. And it's first down and 10 or first down and goal from the 4 against a piss poor rushing defense, and you elect to throw against a very good passing defense with your D2 rookie.
It's Luke Getsy, baby.
Opposed to just handing the guy from the rock, or was it from the 6 maybe? Either way, it doesn't matter.
You gotta keep guessing, dude.
If you're gonna do something, you pop one of those little fucking bubbles you like to pop and see if you can catch him on numbers or something like that, or you get a couple good blocks on the edge. get ESB and fucking what's his name out there? Moore. And then you give Mooney or Scott a little pop screen. Do something like that. Throw it over the middle of the field with your only actual legitimate scoring op with fucking how much is left in the third quarter?
6:33. Yeah.
It's insanity. Absolute insanity.
And now the Bears are getting clowned for not going for 2 and going up 7.
Dude, come on.
Wait,
with the way this game is playing out, like
They were up 5 with the touchdown, took the extra point, went up 6 instead of going for 2 and getting up 7.
That's horrific, actually.
I mean, there's a lot of game left, so I don't know why you would do
I'll
this.
defend it because our defense has held fucking Carolina to 1 field goal.
Yeah,
like
3 points.
Field goal is the only way they're fucking coming back in this game. And now if they hit 2, you're at least tied. Compared to if they hit 2, they win by a fucking point. I don't know, man. Like, I understand, like, everybody likes going, like, the analytics route as far as, like, going for it on 4th down past 50 and, like, doing that type of shit. But I don't know, man. I like points. I like taking points.
I wouldn't do it this early into the game. I would do it at some point in the fourth quarter.
I would go for 2 because they score a touchdown and kick an extra point and they're up. And our offense is abysmal. So hoping that Foreman
Carolina scored 3 points to this point, though.
I understand entirely what you're saying, my guy. I don't think it makes a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, but I'd rather get in front of the pressure and go for 2 so they can, if they do score, which seems unlikely, if they score and
Ooh.
and then they put up 7 and now you don't have your D2 rookie quarterback trying to make plays to win a game or to at least come and try to get in field goal range. But now it's like a lot less pressure. You know what I mean? You're getting in front of that pressure of if they score a touchdown and now you're down 1 and say there's 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 12 minutes. Maybe they don't score on this possession, but we go 3 and out and they come back and they go for a long drive and score. Like now we're looking at, okay, now the pressure's on this young quarterback to come in and make throws. Like, I don't like that at all. I like the idea of going for 2 there.
I don't know. I just, I mean, maybe that's just like more old school mentality with me, but I'm kicking that extra point every single time, especially with the fact that my defense has held up this far. Like, if it's a shootout type of game, maybe that's a little bit different. Yeah, but with how the defense, dude, we've given up 7 first downs in the third quarter. Like, I'm not. They're gonna fucking try to chip away with fucking field goals. Like, they're moving now. I'll give them that. But like, I don't see Carolina fucking just immediately turning up the pressure and immediately fucking getting into scoring touchdown.
Hey, chill out. Someone just tried to lunge for someone. I mean, Carolina's offensive line's really bad though, right? They've had some injuries and stuff.
What their offensive
our rush? I mean, our rush has been pretty good all night.
They're not even.
They're just the one piece to push it over, right?
Like I would say Carolina's only real good offensive line would be Taylor Morton at right tackle. Montez Sweat's been taking him to task all night.
Oh, Montez almost had his first sack.
Dude, he's been pressuring the fuck out of Bryce this entire game.
I'm facing someone that's got Bryce Young and Miles Sanders. That's incredible.
Why would they play Miles Sanders? Like, Chuba Hubbard's been getting in the
This is a deep ass league, dude. It's a dynasty league, and you have 2 it's a super flex, so you can choose to play a second quarterback, and then you get 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 regular flexes. So you got a 10-man lineup with all positional players, no defense, no kicker, none of that. So I get why they would start Miles Sanders, but yeah, you're kind of forced into some spots. Like, I have to start Mooney in this league right now.
That's such an insane fucking setup with that league. Like, every time you tell me more about it, the more you sound like just a complete nutter crackhead.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy. But like I got Cooper Kupp on bye. So like Mooney and Gallup, I actually have a pretty good team in that league. I have like the third or fourth most points, I think. But my record's garbage because I got the most points against me, I think, or something like that. I've caught some bad matchups. Like Joe's team is not very good, but he blasted me. And I made a bunch of trades. Like, dude, I feel bad at this point. I don't know if I need to throw this kid a bone or something, but he was trying to get Daniel Jones, and he offered me Matthew Stafford, Jameson Williams, and like a third or fourth. This was like right. He had like one good game this year, I want to say, and it was right after that. He's a huge Daniel Jones fan, so I was like, dude, I can't move off a young quarterback for an old quarterback and not get a first rounder back. Like, I was like, I'll give you something back in the deal. I think I gave him a fourth or a third, but like, dude, he went out right after. And I had Tyrod Taylor that I just still had on my bench as the backup. So I was able to start him for a week.
Yeah.
It's dude, it's tough, man. Like you're grasping at straws. That's the one thing I don't like about having such, like, I don't mind a dynasty league, but if I join another one, I want it to be smaller in terms of the roster size because, like, yeah, you're grasping at straws. And then you see guys that are like, okay, well, I have no shot at the playoffs. So they start trading away. And then there's like 3 or 4 teams that are absolute juggernauts and everyone else is just a bottom feeder. Like I orphan what they call orphaning a team. Like I took over a team that someone was managing for the previous 2 years. And I just got absolutely smoked. Like,
That'd be a good fucking league to have like a guy like Tank Dell in though, like a guy that just kind of pops off randomly. I mean, if you're kind of
in this one, yeah,
you have Tank Dell in it.
Yep.
Well, because if you're gonna be playing like guys like that at the very fucking, really stretching your limits, like with what you have to do, like those are the type of guys that you want that can either, they're gonna give you a fucking stinker, but they'll also give you a fucking game where they get you like 29 points,
Dawson Knox is on IR. How long ago did that happen? So is Quez Watkins.
Dude, fucking Dawson Knox has been completely irrelevant. Like Kincaid's running away with that job. Also, I'm very, very glad the Packers didn't draft Dalton Kincaid. Holy shit.
Oh, they got Luke Musgrave, though.
Who?
Luke Musgrave.
Who? That's the point.
You thought his name is Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who's the other tight end they drafted? They had drafted 2, right?
They, I think it's Croft or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Tyler Croft.
What's up, Scott?
It's a no-brainer. That might just stay up for the rest of the stream because it's a no fucking brainer.
I can't believe we paid Terrell Edmonds the amount of money we did when we had Jack Sanborn already in-house for cheaper. Way cheaper.
Sanborn, the defense looks better with Sanborn in.
Dude, Sanborn can't not be on the field. Like, he needs to play every single fucking snap because he's a playmaker. He's near the ball every single fucking time he's on the field.
I know people are going to lose their mind to this, but you could have just kept Roquan, signed TJ Edwards, and then kept Jack Sanborn. That would have been a better.
You wouldn't have even and I really like what TJ Edwards has done. You wouldn't have even needed to sign Edwards. You could have had fucking Sanborn on a fucking undrafted free
someone like Corral getting some play.
Like,
you could have gotten way cheaper linebackers later in the draft. There was a couple that went pretty late.
Like I would have accepted fucking us bringing back Nicholas Moreau as depth.
You could have drafted what's that guy? Jack Campbell, I think, or something like that. The guy from Iowa or wherever.
Oh,
Jack Campbell's a fucking stud. We all knew that though.
He was supposed to be a first round. Like, you don't hear about many first round linebackers, but he was someone getting discussed in the first round. That was pre-draft, and I think he went first round, didn't he?
To the Lions, I think, right?
Yeah, dude, he's a stud. He's going to be a really good linebacker for a long time.
Did they get Laporta in the second?
I think so.
No, dude, I think they got Gibbs and Laporta in the first, and then they got Campbell and Branch in the second, and it was like
Sam Laporta was 34th overall.
34th, okay.
12th overall was Jahmyr Gibbs. 18th was Jack Campbell. 34 was Laporta. And then they got Brian
And
Branch.
Branch was, dude, that's why I hate the idea of trading one of those picks, because like that's like a Sam, like if you look at 33 through 36, I bet you it has, like if you were to break it down, I bet you it has one of the highest hit rates in all of football. Should have thrown that to Foreman. What are you doing, Bajan? Just because I feel like it's the guys that are, you always have a few teams that reach and pick someone that they shouldn't. Typically, Bill Belichick being one of them, like taking a third rounder in the first.
And then good players drop.
Those guys drop.
Belichick sees a guy he wants. He just fucking takes him. Like there's just not. He doesn't care about valuations whatsoever. He's a fucking really bad GM. Great coach, bad fucking GM.
He's got to fire himself as the GM.
Dude, you had Deontay Foreman. What are you doing?
Dude, I feel like every time they show Bajan's dad on TV, he immediately starts playing worse. Like I don't know if we can find like like some pervert like on Twitter or something should find like a correlation, because like I feel like every time I see like, and dude, Bajan's dad's a beast. But like every time I see his dad on TV, I feel like Tyson's about to
fucking tank, bro.
God damn, the Bears could have had Thule at 53, but they took Jervon Dexter.
Dude, we could have had the center of our future too, but we decided to stick
John
it out
Michael
with
Schmitz.
Nice fucking play. Oh no. What's the flag?
We could have had Tank Dell at 64, but we took Zach Pickens.
I was okay without drafting a running back there at that point. After Charbonnet got taken, I was like, there's no running back worthy. I actually did like Tyjae Spears a lot too.
Your fucking love for Zach Charbonnet, man, I swear.
Oh, come on.
Frank Reich wearing like the stupidest fucking NFL hat in the history of the game also really helps. Like, just completely adds to
How is that a pass interference, dude? He's literally running his route.
Dude, that was like that fucking. What is he supposed to do there?
The guy sprinted into him. Like, he sprinted into him.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Like,
That
what
is
is
such
he
a dumb call, dude?
like, dude, what is he supposed to do?
That is not pass interference. He was just running his route, and the defender ran into him.
That's insane to me, bro.
And there was
Like,
hardly
what is
any
he supposed to
contact.
do?
Terrible fucking call in this spot in the game, because now you let them win the field, and again, this 1 point could come down to this one fucking point. But now they're winning the field position battle on a really bad call. Like, you essentially, like, dude, it's 3rd and 19 from your own fucking 15-yard line. You're not going to launch the ball downfield in that position, not unless you got like Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, someone like that, right? But you're not going to be aggressive in that situation. So now they're going to have the ball on the own. Trenton Gill, also another failed draft pick, getting the ball at their own fucking 40, and it's like, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, and that should have been a first down. It should have taken more time off the clock. If anything, they should be starting from their own territory with less time in the fourth quarter, but now we're fucked. It's fucking bullshit, dude.
3rd and 19, and they call a draw play for no gain.
Well, I understand the draw. Like, do you want Bajan to fucking throw the ball across the middle in that situation?
No, I would prefer to screen there at least. What a bad punt by Gill. What the hell? Dude, that was like a 20-yard punt.
I'm sitting here at 9:30 on a Thursday watching the 1-7 fucking Panthers play the 2-7 Chicago Bears, and two teams trying desperately to lose. It's just one's better than the other at doing it. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? There wasn't even pressure on that punt, and fucking Gill still just sailed it.
Reminds me of Brent Bartholomew punt back in 2000 where he just completely shanked it like out of bounds for like 5 yards.
Dude, it's the freaking Brad Maynard curse, man. It's like we just decided one year, like after having Brad Maynard as our punter for fucking 47 years, we're like, yeah, maybe don't show up to training camp this year, bud. Like, you want to know the worst part too?
Oh, that's a big hold.
If
Who's
you
that on?
look at the
96?
fucking preseason of the season we got rid of Brad Maynard, we had fucking Tress Way chilling and he didn't make the fucking opening day roster. Now he's just one of the best punters in all of football.
The Bear. I will say, if the Bears lose this game, I would say the unit that's give me another hold. I would say the unit that's most responsible is special teams, and I don't know if it's Trenton Gill or not, but
Richard Hightower.
That punt was horrible. There we go. Just keep sending them back. Yeah, that's what you get for screwing us. Smith Marset.
Are we getting makeup calls now? Let's go.
But dude, that initial drive, like that should have been. There's no way they should have started at their own 20. Like
there's our fucking makeup call.
That's a coffin corner punt, dude. Now it's it's fucking.
Oh, another flag. Let's go.
1st and 30. Yeah.
If we find a way to allow a first down on this fucking drive, we're losing this game.
Remember when Matt Nagy would just punt the possession completely when we would have like 1st and 25?
Yeah, like dude, yeah, let's just run it 3 times and hope to God something breaks.
Just try.
It's funny you bring him up because like a lot of people have been talking about how like Nagy was so much better of a coach than Flus. Like, I would love to see Nagy with this roster because Nagy never had a roster that looked like this. Like, he came into a very good situation. If you think about it, Taylor Gabriel was a good football player. Probably not a number 2, but he was a good football player. Like Trey Burton before his whatever happened with him, like he was a good football player. Allen Robinson, that was probably his prime, right? Like he had probably 2 good years left and we got both of them. Offensive line, you had good running backs, right? Like you had an elite defense.
Even that last year of fucking Fox, like even as bad as like it was, if you look at the record, like I remember coming out of that season feeling really fucking confident about where we were going.
You could see it moving in a direction for sure.
Yeah, like dude, Nagy walked into a perfect fucking storm. Like it would have been really hard to stop that defense, a Vic Fangio coach defense, mind you, with that much talent from fucking doing something.
Justin Fields' best year so far was with Matt Nagy. Like he was just letting it rip that season, his rookie year, even though he was getting completely destroyed by the offensive line. But that Steelers game was something different.
I feel like his Washington game was probably his best game he's played as a pro. I think this year has probably been better than his rookie year.
That Washington game was fantastic. Even that fucking Denver game before the end was fucking great. Like he was slinging it out there.
There's got to be something about this offense that, like, in late game.
Oh yeah, we completely reek in the 4th quarter. By the way.
Oh, dude, we absolutely killed with halftime adjustments every fucking game. Like once the fucking opposing offense adjusts to our defense, like we're so fucked, and then our offense just flat out doesn't have an answer, which is crazy because historically, Getsy's fucking scripted plays in the first half actually usually pan out a lot better than the rest of his play calling. But for whatever reason, the scripted plays coming out of the second are always complete and utter dog shit. It actually boggles the mind with how often he fucking finds a way to pull that off. Because it was crazy because with the Nagy offense, it almost felt like the offense got better once they got away from the scripted plays. Because we had a stat in the Nagy fucking era for anyone who misses Matt Nagy, by the way. The fucking we were like the lowest scoring team in the first quarter for like fucking 3 years straight. Like we could not score in the first quarter to save our fucking life. I think we had like a 9 or 10 game streak where we didn't score any points in the first quarter.
I remember that actually, and it was like, oh my god, we got a first quarter touchdown.
Yeah, dude, it was like fucking we won the Super Bowl every time we did it. It was fucking mind-boggling.
2nd and 27.
They would score one touchdown on the
Make
first
a
quarter,
tackle.
and we would think it's like, oh, the offense is making strides and now we're back. And then next game, nope, no points in the first
Well,
quarter.
dude, if we scored in the first quarter, like we were scoring like fucking 3 points the rest of that game.
Let's go 2nd and 27. Let's see what they got here. Do we have a sack in this game? Like, when's the last time our defense has registered a sack?
I think it was like Dexter and Ngakoue got one at the fucking goal line.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Montez has been close like 3 or 4 fucking times though. Like I'm gonna be really interested to see what his fucking pressures are on this game. Jesus Christ.
So what is it now? 3rd and 12. It's like the refs are doing their best to keep it close, but it's still one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life.
Walker, what are you doing, bro?
3rd and 12 is a lot more manageable than 3rd and 17.
Yeah, just a bit.
They're gonna convert this, aren't they?
Dude, if they get a first down, we're losing this game.
And Eberflus always has a dumb look on his face whenever these penalties happen.
Did you see what Scott said? That's funny. He goes, I still believe Mitch went max on Varsity Blues and made Nagy look bad during film review, which is why Nagy sabotaged him.
Yeah, I could see that. Thank God. All right.
Well, they're going for it. They're going for it. They got nothing to lose. Why wouldn't they?
Dude, Montez Sweat has been so close every time.
You're in fucking.
Why would they kick a field goal, Duke? They're down a touchdown. They can't move the ball against us.
Yeah, they just did.
It was holding anyway. It's over. Game's over.
I would 100% kick a fucking field goal here. Listen, all I'm saying is there's a reason why fucking Brandon Staley is such an idiot. It's because he does things like that. You know how many games fucking the Chargers would win if they just took points?
If they just took their points, yeah.
It's actually absurd.
That Raiders-Chargers game last year where it was like down to the wire and all they needed was a tie for like one of them or like both of them to get in and they still played for.
You're telling me both our corners got called for a holding on that?
That's actually impressive.
1st and 30 to 1st and 10 and about to score. Unbelievable stuff by the Chicago Bears. They never cease to amaze me.
Yeah, that's fucking ball game right there.
It's over. They're going to throw a touchdown like right here. We're going to make a guy who literally threw more touchdowns to the other team than his own last week beat us. Unbelievable.
How do you not have a fucking run a Tampa 2 fucking defense and that would be the play to fucking run it? You literally gave the entire middle of the field wide open. I just don't fucking understand that. Like, you think Bryce's gonna fucking take a shot on fucking that play? Like, it's either you fucking man up, play press, and play the inside edge, or you fucking call a Tampa 2 cover 2 defense where you cover the middle of the field and you play your fucking corners tight on the ends. That fucking defensive play call doesn't make any fucking sense to me in that situation.
Yeah.
Now that no attempt at 2-point conversion is going to loom large.
Because if they don't get the first down here, they're gonna kick a field goal then.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Would be nice as a turnover over here.
That would be incredible.
What would
Nice.
be nice would be
Good play, Kyler.
pick 6 from
How
Jalen
do you
Johnson.
get your slip up? That's what I'm saying. Sorry, I got to mute myself again during big plays.
No, you're fine. A pick 6 from Jalen Johnson would be nice, so then he can tell the GM that.
Ooh, great play. Great play on the ball.
It's good stuff, Kyler. That's really fucking good stuff.
Watch the replay. I saw it in real time. It looked like a good play, but
Did he hit with his left arm?
just look.
Great play.
Yep.
Let's go.
That's fucking beautiful.
That reminds me of the DeAndre Houston Carson's pass breakup against the Buccaneers a few years ago.
DHC had some big plays. He had one against the Vikings, I want to say, too, like a pick or something like that. He had a couple plays where, like, he was the guy on third down to make, or fourth down to make the big stop, right? Or make the play on the ball, like they targeted him.
Do you think Eddie Pinheiro shakes Cairo Santos' hand after the game?
Cairo's who's took his job, huh?
Yeah.
But Eddie got hurt, no? Did they bring in Cairo in the middle of the season, or did they bring him in preseason?
I believe they brought him in when Eddie got hurt.
Yeah.
I think he was like battling for the job in preseason. They gave it to Eddie.
Yeah.
Then Eddie got injured. Cairo fucking covered for him, and then they just never brought Eddie back.
I think it was a good story. He kicked the game winner like
Against Denver.
Against Denver, yeah, a few weeks ago.
That was the Trubisky awareness game where he's the only one that's calling for a timeout with 1 second left.
Yeah, and fucking everybody in Denver still claims they didn't get it off in time, even though he definitely did.
Respect.
God, Matt Nagy ruined Mitch Trubisky. It's brutal.
To be fair to Pinheiro, he's been good since he left the Bears.
Yeah, like someone just put, like Barstool Carl put out a tweet, pick one, Eberflus Nagy. It's like, I think people are truly forgetting how bad of a coach Matt Nagy was.
And somehow Matt Eberflus decides to top
He's
that.
just, I mean, he's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's good, but.
Well, who's Eberflus's offense coordinator in this scenario? Like, is it still Luke Getsy? Like, I feel like there's fucking levels of that question. Because, you know, as you've brought up, Lucas, like the roster plays a big part of it. But like, if there's a different guy calling plays on offense, maybe a little bit more suited to the, you know, the fucking quarterback we spent a first round pick on, maybe that looks a little bit different. But I don't know, dude. I think you could put really fucking anybody with any sort of competence, even a little bit of like occasional like fucking accidental competence on that 2018 team, and they're still going to make a fucking run. That defense is one of the better ones we've ever fucking seen for the Bears, and that's really impressive. Especially when you have Vic calling that defense. Like, all Vic Fangio's ever done is if you give him the fucking players, he makes it happen. Like, those Niners defenses with Harbaugh, dude, they were fucking something, man.
Yeah, they were. They also had some, I mean, they had a Hall of Fame middle linebacker, which
that's where you really see like fucking great coaches though, because it's one thing to have great players and get something out of it, but like those coaches that are great are the ones where you hand them fucking players, like great fucking players, and they actually play up to the expectations. Like the Niners defense was like fucking top 5 every year they had Vic.
Yeah, I feel like Vic, I don't know, it took him a little time to install, and I wonder what's going on with him in the Dolphins. Like, I know they're not, I mean, they got into a couple shootouts, right? But I don't think they're as bad as last year, but they're still not a good defense. And I just kind of thought, like, Vic gave them an actual shot to have a good I mean, they got some players, too.
They got
I think getting Jalen Ramsey back.
Jalen Ramsey's back. Who won that game? Was it the Dolphins or it was the Chiefs, right? 21-14? 14.
Yeah.
All right, Tyson. Nice. So we just got to keep giving the rock, feeding the cock.
Dude, that's so good for my fantasy team too, because I played him in the fucking flex. Like it was between him and fucking Ferguson, and with how much Dallas has been feeding Ferguson, like it was hard. Like I had to play both of them because
Let's go. Cole
even
Kmet.
if you take quarterback
Man,
like
that was-
has the matchup.
There's Roshan. Again,
All right, clock's still running. Thank God.
Good shot to the fucking helmet there too. Oh, people wanted fucking Chase Claypool over Cole Kmet. Never forget that.
Hey, for a little while we had both, and it still didn't work out for one of them.
Dude, Bain and Garfield, man. Like, come on. We what was it? Fucking Kmet's first 2 years in the league. He had fucking Jimmy Graham stealing red zone targets from, and I'm not talking like prime Jimmy Graham. I'm talking like fucking as washed as
It's funny, I said that.
Jimmy Graham.
I think that was his sophomore year, because I want to say he took a dip in production his sophomore year, and his rookie year was better in terms of like touchdowns. Cole Kmet, that is. But am I crazy for saying that?
Well, dude, Kmet had one touchdown his rookie year, and then he had 0 his second. So I mean,
I'll look it up.
Yeah, Matt Nagy was a shitbag. Either way, I remember looking it up, and he had 10 targets, or no, six targets from the 10 in that year, and he had 10 or 11 from the 20 in it.
All right,
so red zone targets.
I have
well,
Kmet's
dude,
stats.
because we were using Kmet like over the course of the field, and then the second we got to the red zone, we went to Jimmy Graham.
All right,
Like
I
I posted something about
Jimmy Graham every time we were in the red zone.
yeah,
I
I
have
posted
Kmet's stats. So his rookie year, he had 44 targets, 28 catches, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His sophomore year,
yeah,
he had 93 targets, 60 catches, 612 yards, no touchdowns.
Yeah, because after he fucking had no touchdowns, that's when I made the bet with Dylan.
Mm-hmm. Then he had 7 last year, and he has 5 right now. So,
Dude, he's a fucking red zone threat.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was. I'm sorry, but I posted something about how like Nagy gave him he screwed him, right, or whatever, and then someone was like, to be fair, Jimmy Graham was reckless in the red zone that year, and he was like, if you were going to use him for one thing, like you could toss the ball. I think he had like 8 or 9 touchdowns that year.
look what Nagy's
He just were never in the red zone.
Look what Nagy did with Travis Kelce last week. Like he had 2 catches for like 13 yards or some shit like that.
You can't really go for it, not in this position. How many yards does Deonta Foreman have? Please tell me 100.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I'm playing Deontay in fantasy. I'm already on
Good
that.
Lord. That's a brutal
Deontay Foreman has 77 yards. Come on, man. What is going on with our offense?
Well, I mean, it's very rarely a functional offense, let alone a good one. So there's that portion of it.
And Lucas Patrick once again guarded nobody or blocked nobody on that screen.
Yeah, Lucas Patrick is not. He is a good teammate, but he is not the best football player.
I don't want to see Lucas Patrick on fucking screen, man. I can just look at that guy and know that he's not going to get to an outside fucking defender.
He is a hype man, though, brother. He will lift the motherfucker up when they get in the end zone. He will do that portion.
Listen, I haven't even really hated what Lucas Patrick has done at center this year. I think he's been serviceable, but like on a fucking screenplay, come on.
I think it just comes back down to hating Ryan Poles, and then that even filters up to George McCaskey. And
Oh, Lucas Patrick was for sure a Luke Getzey. Like, I need this guy.
yeah,
Dude,
I mean, sure.
him and fucking St. Brown. It was obvious.
To be honest, I don't mind St. Brown anymore.
St. Brown's a good run blocker.
I truly don't. Like, I think he's he's what he is. Like, he's a vet minimum player, but at that number and for what he like does, I think he adds value. Like, he has a couple big third down catches a year, and then he's your fucking main screen blocker, and like, he'll come in and like chip guys off the edge on runs and outside runs and stuff like that. Like, I think he's a football player, right? Like, he's not.
No, I really like St. Brown.
I don't mind him. Yeah, like he's the least of my worries.
St. Brown
it just sucked when we had like no weapons at receiver and we were like trying to force feed him, and it was like, what are we fucking doing?
Yeah, no, then it's brutal as fuck.
St. Brown is what you needed Chase Claypool to be.
Although, dude, I'll give St. Brown a lot of fucking credit for those. What did he have? Like those 2 huge fucking end around plays.
He did last year.
And like I think the one was like, for a while, it was the fastest recorded fucking run on NFL's Next Gen Stats.
Was it really?
Yeah, dude, it was a great run. Like, he was running for his fucking life on that play. He was like, this is the one fucking big play I could possibly have this entire game. I'm going to take advantage of it.
Really love what St. Brown does on his podcast, going to bat for the Bears, against his brother. When we get clowned.
Dude, his brother is fucking he's very good, but he's so insufferable.
Just like his smirk. He's like got like a Dennis the Menace kind of like fuck you. I really don't like him.
Well, what's crazy is like when the Packers drafted St. Brown, like one of the big knocks behind him, because like obviously I was listening to fucking Wisconsin radio on the drive to work. They referred to his dad as the potential NFL version of fucking what the hell's his name? Fucking, it's funny I can't remember his name because of how big he was. Fucking Lonzo's dad. Lamar Ball?
Oh, LeVar.
Yeah. That's what they referred to St. Brown's dad as. So like I feel like Eknemarius could have been what fucking Armand is now had he popped off, but because Armand did, he's the fucking vocal one.
You mean Amon-Ra?
I don't fucking I don't care.
You're the worst name person on the planet, dude.
Dude, come on. You walk up to somebody on the street and tell them to pronounce that fucking name.
It's not easy. But it's also, I feel like, kind of a household name at this point. Like, he's the number one receiver on a pretty damn good team. No, they stopped him.
He's short. Come on.
Man, that's the one thing I'll give this team credit for. They are an elite run defense team. Elite. Like, it's hard to run the ball on the Chicago Bears.
Tyler Gordon made a nice stop.
Like Paul Michaels said, he was like, hey, man, the Bears are good. Like, they're exactly who they have been for the last century. Like, we're back at this point. They're really good at running the ball and really good at stopping the run, and they're dog shit everywhere else.
Dude, that's all they know. That's their identity. That's
like,
all
if the forward pass was not allowed, we would be the best team in the league. Oh, they're going for it, eh?
Kind of a bold decision to go for it on 4th and 1 from your own 19-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. That's smart. Why don't we run that kind of stuff? Why don't we run that kind of stuff on 4th and inches with our fucking quarterback that's a million times better and more mobile?
Both these teams trying really hard to lose or trying really hard to win. I don't know what's going on because they're both really bad.
No, we're both bad teams that are fucking trying our best not to lose. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, Carolina is definitely really trying to win this game because we have their fucking pick, but we're also really trying to win this game because we have their pick, and it just equals out to a 16-13 game on fucking primetime TV.
Oh man, this is a game. The NFL needs to start flexing us out of primetime.
Yeah.
They can't. McCaskies would lose their mind. They'd be like, are you trying to mess with our revenue?
Because we have a Monday night game with the Vikings coming up in a couple of weeks. So
the NFL's like, no, you're trying to mess with our revenue.
Dude, George Hallis would fall asleep to this fucking game, man.
Woo! Who put
Ryan
that?
Poles is always leaving already.
Was that Gordon?
Kyler Gordon's been the one consistent good player.
I'll be honest, man. Coming into this season, oh no, that was Brisker. He absolutely smoked him.
Kyler did decide to stand over fucking Hurst and say something, though.
No, he was. I was worried about that. He was like hyping up Brisker. He was.
He just got knocked the fuck out, man.
Oh, he got absolutely smoked.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a tight end getting lit up by a fucking safety. Like that guy's probably got Hurst probably has 70, 75 pounds on fucking what's it called?
Dude, and he's still feeling that.
Oh yeah.
Brisker with the hit, Gordon with the trash talk.
Got him right in the dude, fucking just got him right in the breadbasket.
That was such like a solid football 101 tackle without like committing a penalty there. Please just get a stop here. Asking for too much, of course.
We actually even called for a fucking zone of our defensive tackle too, just to fucking try to keep that play away from happening, and it still didn't work. Oh, let's go. One of the other fucking defensive ends that we signed that
Bryce Young's stats are such dog water, dude.
Yeah, but he doesn't got a lot around him.
Montez?
I hate to shit on a kid, you know what I mean? But
dude, literally all he fucking had, it's like Adam Thielen and everybody else.
Yeah, and people are talking about, you know, like the Panthers trading up and taking the wrong guy, which they're gonna feel what Bears fans felt for a while with Mitch, right? Especially if Stroud keeps playing the way he's playing, like what he did last week was insane, right? But I mean, the Bears are just as kind of guilty. If Stroud really does become this instant sensation, like top level quarterback, like you also passed on him, you know, like you didn't sacrifice, like you got a couple good players out of it and all that and move past them, but it is the most important position in football. And you didn't, I don't know. I think that's also something like everyone talks about it in the Panthers respect, but it's more so like, hey, the Bears also had the opportunity to take him and they decided like they evaluated him and like, no, we're good. I mean,
let's fucking go, Jackie.
Kid looks insane.
Yeah, Jack Ben.
Let's
Jack
go,
Sanborn. I agree with you.
Stop. He stopped. Now it's gonna be 4th and 2. Let's go.
There's no way they punt it.
That's the fucking undrafted free agent on the Bears everyone should be talking about.
Sanborn?
Jack Sanborn.
Dude, he's an incredible football player.
He's such a fucking stud.
That's like, and he is the anti-fucking spreadsheet. And that's why I think I like him so much because, like, if you looked at him on paper, there's no shot you would think he is playing at a high level in the NFL. Like, absolutely no shot. And it's just like, the guy's a fucking ball player. He's got a nose for the ball. It's just that simple.
He just shows up on fucking game day, man.
He just reads and recognizes. Like, he recognizes at such a high level, and he fucking is instinctive, and he fucking, like, instincts will make you faster than a 40 time any day of the week. It's just that simple.
I know I've already beaten this drum a million times, but like that's exactly what he was at fucking Wisconsin. Like I was literally acting like a giddy fucking child when I saw that we signed him. I'm like, this guy is eventually going to be fucking starting on our team.
And
like,
I get it. Like he's expected, you know, linebackers now are expected to play more outside of the phone booth. But at the end of the day, like you're still in that front seven. You're still in command of like, hey, I'm a run stopper first. Like that's why linebackers get sucked up on play action, right? Like that's their primary thing is your first read is going to be stop what's coming out of the backfield and then drop. So obviously depending on situation and stuff like that, that'll change. But first and 10, You're all like you're the first, first line of defense, really, because especially in this scheme where you're just shooting gaps, like you're meant to clean everything up.
Well, dude, in the fucking modern day NFL where athleticism is really obviously the fucking thing that a lot of people focus on, especially throughout the draft process, like the way to get past that if you're not an athletic freak is to have instincts and to be able to go through your fucking reads fast, like to be able to play fast. Like if you have the mental side of it, even if you get somewhere slower than say somebody else gets there, if you read something a half second faster, you're still a half second faster than the fastest guy on the field. Like, and that's what makes Jack great, and that's what he did at fucking Wisconsin. Like Leo Chanel was obviously the physical, like the fucking
specimen,
athletic freak, but like what Jack did so well is he was just always in the right place because he was always like that half second ahead of everybody else because he was able to fucking read what an offense was doing.
Anticipation over athleticism.
Yeah, it's fucking instinctual football, man. Like, even with how fast he just got in, like, yes, that they just fucking converted on fourth down. But even if you look at Jack on that, faking the blitz and immediately being able to jump back into his fucking read, like, look at how fast he gets back into his drop.
You know what else the 2-point conversion does, too? Now we have to score a touchdown if they score. Before, if we make the 2-point conversion, you're a field goal away. You just need a field goal drive.
Why does TJ Edwards always get cooked by running backs?
Because he's not Roquan Smith, brother. You were used to seeing the upper echelon of coverage linebacker. You thought that was just like routine. It's not. It's extraordinary.
Well, it's crazy because on the flip side, like TJ's like fucking coverage stats are actually like look really fucking good. But
very good.
I agree. Like he gets burned on the weirdest fucking plays. I don't totally understand it.
He's a better zone player than man player.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you could probably say that about most.
You can ask Roquan, like if you have an elite tight end, like a Travis Kelce, like a Darren Waller, someone like that, you could just say, hey, you're locking him up. Like if he's coming to the backfield, you're locking him up.
But that, in a nutshell, is exactly what made Roquan different than most linebackers in the NFL.
Yeah,
because, there's
football player.
There, like you can count on one fucking hand how many inside linebackers you would trust in fucking man coverage on a consistent basis, and Roquan is always near, if not at the top of that fucking list. He's a safety.
Who did we play where he was like just blanketing a tight end? I forget who it was.
Dude, it's hard to pick one fucking instance because he did it often.
I think it was a Kittle. I think it might have been Kittle once. I don't think it was ever Kelce because they just destroyed us every time they played us. But I think it was Waller once as well. It was a game we lost to the Raiders. I think it might have been the Raiders game that John Gruden did the oh yeah, let's dance or whatever afterwards.
Oh yeah,
they hate the Bears because we fleeced them or whatever for Khalil Mack.
And because fucking there was a fucking total scumbag wide receiver that was fucking just gashing us. I can't remember who the fuck it was. It was somebody who had no business gashing us.
But there was one that's more distinct than I'm thinking of, where you just blanked a top tight end in the league, where it was just that's not normal. Oh.
And Lucas has exited the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. Would have loved to see him close it out right there after we were all just.
It's still a good play. It's still a good fucking play, but
he made it very.
Oh my god, dude!
Again, being very instinctual football player, Pinheiro kicked.
Look at that fucking drop after fucking going in on the blitz and going back.
Oof! Right down the
fuck, dude.
Ooh. I thought it was going right down the pipe. He missed it.
That was genuinely a fucking wow.
Jack Sanborn, man, what a play!
Oh, he's so pumped.
Eddie Money.
Even if Jack Sanborn doesn't catch that and allows a completion, it's a more manageable field goal. And Eddie, ooh,
You see him just shrug. He was like, "Fuck it."
no good. Let's
How far
go.
was that?
Number
Dude,
one pick.
He
Still.
is not shaking hands with Cairo Santos after the game.
That came up short, dude.
Dude, both his kicks, they fucking like. It's not like he's fully extending his fucking leg. He's almost doing like what that old fucking Saints kicker with like half the foot did. Thielen is fucking pissed. Please just milk this fucking clock. Please feed the man who needs to be fed.
Can't they just take a knee and end it? They don't have any timeouts left.
They got 2 timeouts.
Oh, do they? Fuck.
Yeah.
How far was that?
Like 58 yards, I think.
Oh, that's
They were
a
at the 40.
far-ass field goal in Soldier Field in the winter, bro. I don't even know if you put him out there like that.
He didn't even like fully extend his leg. That's what that like kills me.
I don't know if we.
Oh, it was a 59-yarder, but whatever.
I don't know if we. I don't know if it's fair for us to be critiquing fucking kickers. What do you call it? They're. I can't think of it right now. Form. I don't feel confident doing that.
I do. And I just did. And I will continue to do that.
There's gonna be a lot of discourse in the group chat now.
Well, my thing is like everyone's gonna be.
Oh shit, that's right. I got to clown fucking Dylan.
Please just break like a 40-yarder really quick. Come on, I have this strange suspicion that this game's going to drag on and it's going to take us to overtime. I have this very sneaking.
Oh yeah, this team is fully capable of that. It's gonna be Gil shanking a punt and giving them like the ball at like the 40-yard line.
I just can feel it, brother. Why are we throwing? Why are we throwing? Okay. Wow. There's Patrick to pick somebody up. Great job. Hey, ice in his veins. Secret Bajent main. That's a fucking big time throw at this spot of the game.
That's a gutsy goal by Getsy.
That's big. That's
putting a lot on the.
Gutsy. I think that's borderline stupid, but they put the game in his hands right there. And
there's no way Jeff Schlegel can call him gutless Getsy after that call.
I was just thinking that same fucking thing.
That shit makes me laugh so hard, especially just because the gif that goes with it is so funny with the put him up. It gets me every time.
Every time fucking Jeff tweets, I can always hear his voice. That's what cracks me up.
That's why it's so funny.
Every time he tweets, it reminds me of that wolf howling video that Duke dropped in the chat.
Oh God.
What a disastrous game for a Thursday night. But
look at Scott in the chat. By the way, Scott, you were the MVP of tonight's game. Ball game. You asked for it, you got it, and drum roll, please.
The best one.
Meat on the table, baby.
Outstanding.
Take off the headset, Reich. The game's over.
Are we 3-3 in the last 6 games now?
We are.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking Eberflus quote, man. He might even just wear a
formation. Come on, man.
He might even wear a fucking shirt with it.
Dude, they're gonna look at this stretch of 3-3, be like, "Nah, you're done enough to keep your job in 2024. Let's run it back."
Don't say that.
It's the way the McCaskies think, man. I'm telling you.
George McCaskey.
I was gonna say khaki because I was thinking of Jim Harbaugh.
Dude, if he hires Jim Harbaugh, I'll call George McCaskey for the rest of his life. But that picture of George McCaskey as fucking Garfield will never end. That was straight like
Did
that
you
was
tweet
straight
it
the
out? You should have
dumbest
tweeted it
fucking
out.
picture I've ever seen in my life, and I got a good laugh at it. Now I'm gonna post it for fucking.
You see,
12 years.
you see the mashup I did with the Garfield one and the actual McCaskey like next to each other.
Yeah,
Save that to your bank and use it whenever you need to.
dude, AI is absurd. It's like the greatest and worst thing ever fucking invented. All right, I want to see the fucking Eddie Pinheiro, Cairo Santos fucking like matchup at midfield here.
Dude, I think you're adding way too much drama to this, brother.
I am, dude. Fuck Eddie Pinheiro.
You see Dylan's recent chat in our group chat.
If it has anything to do with Michael Badgley, I don't give a shit.
Oh, let's go. No turnovers, no sacks allowed, but no offensive touchdowns allowed.
All right, I'm stopping this chat because this game fucking essentially put me to sleep.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott, for joining. You've been the most consistent watcher. We very much appreciate it. Olap, thanks for popping on.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Here too.
To anybody who's been fucking wanting to watch the show, I hope this scratched an itch. I'm tired and I'm gonna go fucking sleep on my arm. Goodbye now.
Bear down. We got to win. Crazy.
Yeah, bear
let's go,
down.
W.
Peace.